Hello, everyone. Welcome to CSC Season 7. We're in the premier semifinals. I'm T Noodle, and I'm joined with Pecan over here on the other mic, as well as RJ Source observing the game for us. Pecan, how you feeling about tonight's game?
I'm feeling excited. These are two teams that I have. I've subbed for Marksmen during the season as I'm a permanent free agent, and also I've watched Espada from afar, and I know a few of those guys on the team. So excited to see how they play, and on D2 as well. Very active, a lot of rotations. So I'm really interested to see how this one turns out, and just watch them Counter Strike.
Yeah, definitely gonna watch some Counter Strike. The Kekai is actually our previous org for both me and Pecan. But now we're going into this game. The spot is starting on the T side. Looks like a lot of progression over towards long. There's gonna be one presence here. It's gonna be Chris holding over the car control right now. Wants to see if he can isolate, get those baits. Dova gonna be the first contact and just taken out by Chris. And now there's more contact coming over from long. We're seeing one hand go down. Mordak tending to peek over towards mid, and the bomb's just getting stagnant and leaving back towards exiting the back of long right now. Not a good start for the marksmen here, but they're trying to work their way here. See
And
who they can find.
I like that opening, just 5 out long. Unfortunately, they don't get the trade, and that's mostly what stalled out their attack. See if they can actually make an adjustment here toward Cat.
You see Hasty,
Oof.
Chris with another brilliant shot, once again doubling down what he was able to do at long. And Mordak, and just sitting pat, just trying to see to get anything to go this
And
round.
I think they're just gonna try to wait for the Espada to make a mistake, but I don't think they're gonna give them that opening. And this is what I think CT side on D2 can turn into, where it can get a bit oppressive when you don't get those opening picks as T. Even though I still think overall D2 is very even map.
Yeah,
But
it's a very even map. It's very pick heavy. It's very open. There's
yeah,
just so much room to work on this map.
I think they're just gonna walk out this cat smoke. Oh, maybe a run booster.
Oh, the run
Oh,
boost.
and
And Chris again with a brilliant shot on a Mordak once again. Chris definitely coming to play today. Is gonna get gonna get one kill, another dink. Takes out Pava finally. Laren on the site, very lit. And running out of time, dying after
oh,
time on pistol round. That's absolutely terrible
that
for
is
the
absolutely
marksman.
brutal, especially for who is the team's opper. Even though he gets 2 kills, he dies after time, that is detrimental for him to getting up. That actually might force them to double save here,
Yeah.
because he will not have money unless they get a bomb plant.
Yeah, most likely a double save here. Chris with a brilliant round. 4K. He's the 1.24 rating for the season. And
Yeah,
now with
I would
these
say this is a disastrous start for the marksman. Uh, just economy wise, they won't have really any tools to get a pick, and I'd be very surprised if they get even a bomb plant or any kills here. I think. Oh, and I say that cursed RZK. That's a win with a Glock and P250. They get that kill.
Yeah, absolutely. The Glock killing round. Dova just lurking over towards back of long here, just seeing if anyone's willing to push. But the main presence of the marksman is over towards B right now. Once again, holding for pushes, but the spotter being responsible. Learn
Oof.
with contact over towards Dova, and RSG making it rain with 2 kills over on B right now. Bomb sitting lower tunnels. Just seeing if he can get anything done, but no. Learn takes out and that's going to be 2 rounds on the board for the Espada.
Yeah, when 37, 50, 34, and the rest of them are 4K. I I think I would be calling for one more save here, just a pistol, maybe an armor rush somewhere. But let's see what they do. It looks like that is going to be the case. Maybe a little B rush. They have the B spawns, but they choose not to go with them. And play a little bit slower, as they have a scout in play as well. How's your scout? Are you a fan?
RCK taking out Nova there, but you know me, Pecan. I like the Bison Scout combo that we
Okay.
rocked during season. And Learn taking 2 kills on the cat, one hand, and go down to him. Learn with a third on the hasty, and Mordak taking out Pava. Learn doesn't want to get taken out here. He's going to want to keep his armor going to the next round, and Learn is able to get that other kill on the Mordak, and that's going to be 3 rounds on the board, but a full buy coming up for the Marksman.
Yeah, instantly buys the op, and I would be surprised if he doesn't go for a pick here. Most likely either toward mid or long. And it's going to be a bonus round for the Espada. They have a lot of money built up, and they're going to keep some of those SMGs, and hopefully for them, they can win this round. Let's see.
Lots of presence towards long. It looks like Chris and Pava going off that paw flash, but one hand able to get take out Chris. Pava's able to make and capitalize on although he is stuck exiting long, and now it's the 3 Marksmen, making 4, running up long, making it fast. Lerner's isolated on the site, has an MP9 where Hasty goes down in CT, but lots of low HP for the Espada. That's 1, make it 2 for Learn, but it's a 1v2 for him, and he gets caught out through the top of the smoke, and Marksmen finally have 1 on the board.
Yeah, and that round came down to that opening duel at long. They had a nice retake flash from, I believe it was whoever's playing in CT, maybe RZK. Unfortunately, they just didn't peak with it, and the trades go back to the Marksman. See if it looks like they're gonna go for heavy long again, or repeat. Try this again.
Yeah, it looks like the spot every round. They're trying to send 2 over, but they're backing up back towards the A site. We see Chris boosted on the site. Learn just waiting with that pop flash, waiting for the contact. They're sitting pretty, sitting back at the edge of long. Once again, the Marksman. No presence on this B side of the map in these gun rounds. Looks like they're going to be trying to work off a split here.
I like what Marksman did. They get presence long. They leave a guy there, and now they're prodding for that catwalk position. But let's see if they can root out the CTs. There's 3 of them on A already.
Spots out Chris. I don't think they're going to be committing to this. Possibly enough just to pull a couple people over. They're not sure if they want to commit here. Chris dropping a nade over there. But still, the bomb. Everyone's still sitting on Cat with Hasty over towards long. Dova looking at the smoke, but Learn taking out the possible flank, and Hasty is eliminated. Chris taking out Dova. Now it's a 5v3 advantage for Espada. The remaining 3 Marksmen over on Cat. Looks like they're still want to capitalize. RSG not moving off that B site. Walking on the edge of this catwalk. Using the smoke, trying to see. Able to take out Chris over on ramp. Pava goes down in CT, and one hand takes out Learn over at long. But RZK comes quick up catwalk, and now it's a 2v2 op on Cat. RSG finally coming over Cat to support his teammate. Marksman over towards that ramp inside. Burns and RSG finally able to take out one hand, and now that's 2 surviving and a 4th round on the board for the Espada.
Very interesting around there. They get that control long, but then they lose it, and then they just fight out the Cat position, get the bomb down, but then lose in the retake. Unfortunate for them. I'm kind of surprised they even got the bomb down, considering the CT's position, but they actually won up their fights. And I just want to see Marksman actually be able to get a couple rounds in a row, because otherwise CT on this map can be oppressive if you're not getting the open pick, which has been Marksman's issue the rounds that they've lost, I should say.
RZK gets a little tag over at middle.
Yeah, they trade blows there. Both about the same amount of HP.
RZK spotting a little pixel of Dova through the edge of the door at the bottom of that smoke. Good advantage for them, and the Marksmen are down once again in another round. Marksmen are just sitting, not making too much presence known.
Yeah,
just waiting for these individual peaks, but they're not. Espada, they're just not giving it to them.
I think Hudson really need to make more presence, take more map control. But looks like they're content to just wait for a mistake.
Yeah, the Espada just aren't giving it to them right now. There's no need. You're up 5-4 on your CT side. You don't have to be making these info plays. One hand being
Oh,
gonna push through that smoke, and now he's isolated from his teammates there. RZK gonna be jumping in CT to look over that smoke. Pava flashing over through mid, but one hand not gonna get hit by it, but it still is taken out by RSG. Pava with a spray onto Hasty and trades all around, and now it's a 2v2, and the bomb is over on B site with over towards mid, trying to cut off the rotation, but is unable to do so.
should
Now
be a bomb
Mordak with the
plant.
bomb should get
Doable
the
one v
bomb
two.
plant.
He's able to take an early fight here and win. See if he can timing someone.
He's going to get the timing on Laren, but no, Chris is going to take him out, and that's another round on the board for the Espada. He's going to be picking up the op, and he's going to be picking up the 5th round for the boys.
That's looking good. I think the one thing I wish the Marksmen would do is just take a bit more map control and prod a little bit more. They seem a little bit too content to just sit back on the attacking side when really it's kind of your job to make them do something.
Yeah,
But
they need to isolate sections of the map. Like you said earlier, they were taking long control in the beginning of every round. I feel they need to just continue to do that, and then just go back and spread out throughout the map.
yeah, just put pressure, force the CTs to do something, force them to make a mistake, and not just expect them to walk into your crosshair and lose. And this is I believe a misbuy by Dova since the rest of his teammates haven't bought. But a hero Galil, let's see what he can do with that. They have bomb toward middle. This looks like a
RZK with one op on Dova at long. RZK missing a couple shots here, but is able to finish that off. One hand goes down. 3 more on the save round. Once again, towards Cat. Learn right on the edge of that smoke on the catwalk. Chris goes down in CT. Or Chris takes out Hasty in CT. Mordak able to take out Laren.
yeah, really no reason for Learn to be there. Pushing through his own smoke.
Chris seeing someone through the edge of the smoke, and that's Mordak going down, and now it's just but he does have the M4. No armor, though. He's the one player who didn't have armor this round, but lots of damage there. Able to take out Chris. Might be able to have enough room, and he's going to be able to have in the bomb plant. RZK at long. Pava and RSG coming from catwalk.
See
Stuck
if
in
he
a
can
situation.
isolate a fight, and maybe he has a chance here.
He has to isolate one of them, and he does. There might be enough information to realize that both are cat based on that util. There's a lot of damage on a Pava. Now it's a 1v1. But no, the armor is just the aim punch. It just doesn't work for and RSG is able to clutch it out for the Espada.
That is so close, and really, again, I don't want to roast Learn too much. He's having a great game, 10-5, but there's really no reason for him to push his own smoke like that in a 5v2 situation. It turns that situation into a for sure win to almost a 1v3, but his teammates got his back, and we move on.
And looks like the Marksmen are going to be going back towards long again. It's been a while since they had much presence here. And the Espada are going to be giving it to them. This is a good possible round for them to split as long as they start to move fast. They only have 2 on the A side. If they act now, it could be detrimental for the Espada.
Yeah, this looks like an A split. They really have not touched B site at all. I'm not even sure if they're putting a lot of pressure toward B. And so the spotter should have a good read of what's happening, just tendency wise. Just trade of util.
Chris takes out Dova, but Mordak trades him out. But Laren with the double MP9 kill. Now it's 4v2. The Marksmen are just getting eliminated very fast. But Hasty's on the bomb site, but the bomb is all the way on Cat. Little damage traded between Hasty and RZK. Now the Espada are just jumping around trying to spot these kills out. Learn with a pick, but gets traded out by sitting over at the car with the op.
And let's see if see if Yuno can do it again in a 1v3. This time he has his trusty
Should know
AWP.
that Pava's there. He should know that.
And he knows now at least one is cat.
All the
Oh,
timing, and Pava takes out Yuno, and that's 7 rounds. The Espada are absolutely just running away with this half. I mean,
I would like I'd like to see the Marksman call a timeout. Maybe try something toward B. It seems like the spot are playing only one toward B, and they really have not contested that area at all.
I think I think Yuna's the
But
only player to go B right now in the last 4 rounds. Oh, bad
oh,
miss shot by Pava.
and they're gonna give that control up. They've been getting along very consistently, but the question is, what can they do afterwards? And unfortunately, the history tells us not a lot.
Yeah, Learn playing very close up on this catwalk. He needs to now that Long is lost. But the marksmen are just going to be patient. A little bit
Oh,
spotted through the smoke, and Laren goes down to Hasty and Mordak. And now this split can be coming in here. This should be a round for the marksman. Chris coming in from
oh,
CT, but Yuno with a nice little clipping there. Dova takes out Pava right after Pava takes out Hasty. 4v2 advantage. Finally something going the way of the marksman. Looking at probably a potential save coming from the spot. I guess their economy isn't as
they
stable as you'd
they
think.
definitely have enough money to go for it, but yeah, it
Oh,
looks like
they
it's a
don't.
bit too
They're
much.
broke.
Not anymore. I think. So the one thing I'll notice from the 2 rounds that the marksman won, I'm gonna call this one already in the books. It's really that opening kill. In this case, it was Learn going down on catwalk again. Just being, I think, a bit too aggressive when he doesn't need to. But otherwise, again, he's having a very good game. And the last round they won was really just an A rush where they got the opening pick. So I think if HG is unable to get that opening pick, it doesn't seem like they really know what to do uh, on T side, and that's hopefully that changes because they're gonna need, I think, at least another 5 rounds here to be pretty have us get back to even.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks like a stomp. This is a save round for the spot of this, so this is their chance to build an economy, build a few rounds, build some momentum, and I would expect RSG to try to go aggressive somewhere, and it looks like they have B tunnels. Surprise, surprise, they're not B. Who could have seen that one
But they're
coming?
pushing quickly, and Laren is over towards Long. But Dova's looking to find him in pit. A little bit distance is one hand. The trade might not be possible if he gets caught out. And Learn is
Oh,
able to
and
take out
it's
Dova. One hand's a little too far to trade right now. Learn has a real possibility of dropping the bomb, and
oh,
sure enough, he does it. That's 2 quick 1-digs, and now he's having his
and they have
reinforcements
the
coming through
sight,
Long.
but they do not have the bomb.
Chris eventually goes down to nade, but it's a 4v3 advantage with 2 AKs on this, or 3 AKs on the side of the Espada. But all 3 coming up from Long, coming up from that CT side. Marksmen want to make a fight out of this. Flashbangs go around and Learn, and taken
Oh,
out
what
by
a flash!
Hasty. Now RSG is stuck behind that dumpster. Lots of damage. Hasty takes out RZK, and now it's a 3v2 advantage.
What an awkward fight down at long. It
No
comes a
shots, but now it's a
1v1.
1v1. With that op, we know how much work he can do. And he's just going to sprint over towards that A bomb site and most likely just plant it safe.
Yeah, and probably really, unfortunately, he has a gun, but no armor. Not that it will matter against an AWP, unless it comes down to this duel. Can't miss.
Flashbang from Pava. He knows he's coming up. And a very nice shot coming up from to take out Pava to get a 3rd round for the marksman.
And it was recovered nicely, even though they did get down to 1v1. This should mean, looks like they're going to save one more. So maybe we'll see 4 rounds from HG. Unless some miracle deagle shots hit. And a miracle is happening once again, where we see the T's going toward B.
There's a first time for everything. But Pava is going to be pushing into B with a little bit of good timing here.
And he might get a freak.
Oh, but the
Oh,
timing is once again hitting the other side. He does get taken out by Dova, and it's a 5v3 advantage on a save round for the Espada. So Marksmen really should just be slowly working their way towards the site now.
yeah, and it looks like they're gonna try to hit B here. They brought the bomb all the way back. Unless they decide to go back.
I think the Marksmen are getting in their own head right now.
A little bit. Oh! And walking through mid doors with no utility. That is a recipe for disaster, but Mordak is there to clean things up. And here it is, just as I predicted. A 4th round for the Marksmen.
Yeah, I mean that round should have went their way there, but I mean it's a 5v3 advantage. They're playing, they're just all over, spread out. No reason to drop guns there. And sure enough, they did.
It happens sometimes. I'm really interested to see the adjustment here. Marksman again.
Lots of long battle coming in here. One hand crosses over to Dumpster, but there's 3 players from the Espada over towards this long position. Learn crossing over, jumped out of pit. He was over there with the Deagle. RZK is able to take out Mordak. One hand trades and takes out Learn. RZK with another pick on the Hasty. RZK proving to be very lethal with that
Bringing
up.
out with the up.
RZK has had a 1.24 throughout the season,
Oh.
but Dova in one hand getting two kills traded on the board there. Now it's a 3-2 advantage for the
And this
Marksmen.
bomb cross is going to be important. See if RZK can actually hit this one. This might decide if they can go for it or not. But that smoke will deny him any information or opportunity. And I think they might have to save here.
Yeah,
This
that
might
cross is going to be the save right there. If he got that pick, it would be one thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it looks like it's going to be a safe call. And this is more what I think I was expecting. Both of these teams don't really seem to have a super solid read on what's happening in the game. I think Marksmen have just always been pushing long, just trying to put a lot of pressure there. But it doesn't seem like the Espada are noticing that it's been, well, this is round 12, and about 11 rounds of it has been toward A.
have they went B?
Have they went B?
No, there was that one.
Yeah,
He
they did go
planted on.
toward B, but I don't know if they.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's an adjustment. Maybe, I mean, the Espada don't necessarily need to make that adjustment quite yet, but hopefully that's what they're talking about in their timeout, as they'll be looking to close out these last 2 rounds. Last 3 rounds, I should say.
Yeah,
But
some type of adjustment needs to be made. I mean, it's been.
I'm happy to see the Marksmen actually made a recovery, forced them on Eco, and now they're making them basically, I think, make a timeout, make some adjustments, and I'm curious to see what that adjustment will be. Probably, I would assume, hey guys, they're coming along a lot. Can we get some help here? Is probably what I would estimate. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Learn is having a very big game right now for them. But he's going to be on
RZK
an
going for that
MP9 this
mid
round.
pick. Oh, and he will be denied. He just can't quite see
Oh,
the head.
spotted the forehead, but RZK not able to hit the shot. Lots of mid presence coming for the Marksman. This is a little bit new here, and Nade's going to be coming on the Cat, but not able to connect it. Chris and Learn jiggling off of each other on Cat. Chris able to get the first pick, and now they're just going to fall off a little bit of that utility.
That's just unfortunate. No supporting util for Hasty as he takes that opening duel, and he does a lot of damage to Chris, but is unable to find that opening. And Chris has had a lot of openings on the CT side where he's just holding.
Might be some re-aggression coming from the Espada. Lots of players very close to each other here. He hears the scope. Spots a little bit of the backpack, not able to connect. But Mordak with a double spray as Learn tries to jump across.
Mordak on the protection duty. As soon as takes that shot, he's ready to swing. And that's
RSG goes down on B as well.
Perfect coordination. Marksmen have almost full control of the map. That's gonna put a wrench into it. Mordek has a lot of control toward A, and I think he needs to be looking for a fight here.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting that fight on Cat. Then Bomb is obviously going long as they lost 2 members towards CT right now. One hand jumping across.
Gonna be able to make it on site, but this is their opportunity to get more
That's a
forward
tell that they know
positions.
both of them are on site.
Oh,
RZK is able to take out Mordak. One hand trades it out on the Pava.
and a 1v1, RZK on low HP, but with an op. And it all comes down to this duel.
One hand trapped on this site. Doesn't want to peek too much here. But a nice
Oh,
shot on RZK to finish off the round, and that's 6 rounds on the board for the Marksmen. After such a bad start, they're clawing their way back and making a true game out of this.
it's back to an even fight, and let's see. It's their economy is not that great, so they're gonna take a save, and it looks like they want to have a good last round. So it might be 7-7 here. There is a UMP on the back of Chris, and those are always fun. And they have a lot of info. They know it's not toward B, so they should be expecting
They should
once
just push
again,
B every round.
once again. Oh, hey guys, I think it might be A.
But this is going to be a 4-man hit on the Cat, but
But it's close
the
quarters with
flank is
pistols.
coming
Anything can
early.
happen. Oh, Lurn gets
Zova, Learn,
one.
RZK. That's 2 picks on the side for the Espada. Bomb's going down, planted for Cat, but we have 2 members from the
Oh,
Espada coming on Cat. Cat
UMP
position
ringing
is able to
by.
take out.
Oh, an RCK with the op. He might want to save this. This is going to be a rough retake with just an op. The bomb already ticking. And I think he's just going to hope that they give him a freebie. But I don't think this is a round he goes for, as he has a very valuable set of utility and gun to take into the last round of the half. And it looks very even. I'm excited to see what the rest of the half looks like, or the next half, I should say, as the teams will switch sides. There's been a lot of impact with the AWP on both sides, and I love seeing that. You know, Noodle, you're an opper.
I
I,
was.
you're still an opper.
The
I
first
believe
the
it.
first 4 games, yeah. Just an Inferno opera here, but
Let's go.
7-7 now. It's nice to see the Marksmen picking it up. They were looking lost in the beginning of this game, but now they've absolutely been capitalizing on the A site control that they've had. But a
And they missed the
tag goes on to
Xbox smoke.
Hasty.
That could be risky with RZK being able to overwatch here. But who knows? This is more looks like a spread out default.
Oh, Dova
Oh,
with a brilliant pick on RZK.
and RZK
This
just couldn't see it out of that smoke fading. That's unfortunate. You can see the yeah. And it's the opening pick for the Marksmen. This is statistically been their best way to win around when they're not on Ike. So I fully expect great things.
Yeah, and look at where the Marksmen are going.
And
They're
this is a
bread and butter the last few rounds.
huge position from Chris. If he can find the timing to backstab, this will be huge. But Hasty is looking, and Pavi is running.
Pava.
He's looking with the op as well. Chris chimes in on Cat, and this hit is slowing down. Chris has one of their potential exits with mid, but I think it looks like they're going to we try to mid to B here late, and this is going to be huge if Chris can hit this shot.
Oh, Chris with a brilliant kill first, but now with the smoke down, Learn actually peeking above the smoke, able to connect, and that's 2 kills for him. And the Spotter get the last round of the half after losing the last 6 in a row. Spotter going into the lead on
Yeah,
this half. This is the map pick of the Headhunters Guild of the Marksmen,
yeah,
so
and
they're really gonna want to close this.
I want to call out Learn. He's having a really great half. It's 19 and 12, has a lot of opening impact, even in those rounds that he went down. And this looks like a pretty even game. Maybe frag wise, looks like Espada is fragging out a little bit harder in terms of more people in double digits. But it's not about how many frags you have. It's about how many rounds you have that determine if you win or not. And the Marksmen are in a really good spot on CT to take this one home. 8-7.
A 4-man play by the Marksman over towards that long.
Yeah. Marksmen really, they love A. They love long. So
Even on
it
CT
makes,
side, they're
it makes
sending
sense
4
even on
A.
CT side. Whatever I can do, maybe they can do is what they're thinking, And it
Yeah,
does look like actually that they're gonna hit long late. Looks like with some utility here.
but the Marksman exited. They only have 1 member in long
Yeah,
and pit.
but
He's
he is
gonna
in
be
a
by
really strong
himself.
position. And
Not able to connect, and now he's most likely gonna get swarmed.
more, but hopefully he
Raining
has
down, and now that's
support from
that's
his
Dova.
team. Gets one of the drops. Oh, but he's
Chris able to
overwhelmed.
take out on sight. Mordak trying to peek towards long, trying to get those last 4 remaining there. But flashes are all coming in. Good flash, or actually bad flash for his teammate. Mordak fighting over towards ramp. Another pick going for the way of the Marksman, but now it's a 2v2. We see Chris over towards Car. The last 2 Marksmen are in CT. A nice shot by Chris, but traded out by one hand. Now it's a 9 HP one hand going against a 57 HP RZK. RZK is
What a P250.
around the box right now, but
Oh,
sure enough is able to take out one hand, and that's going to be the 9th round on the board for the Espada.
and maybe we should rename D2 to Long Mid Simulator. It's like one of those weird wingman maps that only has half of the map, half of the site. That's what it looks like for this game.
We've seen the bomb on B one time this game. A good scout tag by Lurin. Just really showing up to play today. I know he's been solid for the season, but he's not one of the top performers for this team, but he's definitely showing it today. Pava able to take out Dova over towards long. Knows there's 2 more in CT. Takes out Mordak. He's on a little bit of low bullets here. He's still going to be taking the fight. One hand takes out Pava.
A nice one dig. Let's see if they can find another here. Oh.
Another tag.
Oh.
Chris with 2 crispy headshots there. 10 rounds for the Espada.
That's exactly how I would have described it. Very well, Noodle. We're on the same wavelength. And
STC till we die, right, man?
yes, sir. Unfortunately for D2, it's just one of those maps that it's kind of hard to win an eco. Especially
It sucks.
at the side. A lot of long range engagements. So I kind of expect this to be another wash. The Espada to get to 11 here.
Lots of work with the Mac 10s over towards long. A little bit more money in the bank for the Espada. A simulator once again, but Dova, he's been hitting a couple shots with the Deagle, is not able to do it this round. It's Chris with the Galil spray through the smoke. Bomb's going to be going down. And I mean, that's going to be the round. It's a save. We expected it. And the best thing the Espada can do is just not drop any guns. They don't have to hunt for these kills. It doesn't benefit the Marksmen. They just need to save their army.
Oh. And one hand is saying, "Where's my team? Help me." But he might get hunted here. Lurn might be hearing him run away. And it looks like the Espada are going to hunt him down. They don't want him to keep anything going into the next round.
Oh, the scouts.
Oh!
And it's the Tech 9 able to finish it off. 11 rounds on the board for the Espada. And now it's going to be the first full gun round for the Marksmen on their CT. They struggled at the beginning of the first half. And let's see if they can break that streak this half. But it's a B play. It's one of the first times we've seen B this whole game.
But will it end up being a full B play?
Yes, it will. Hasty able to take out Pava. Again, pelted by a couple bullets. It's Chris eventually able to trade him out, but one hand tries to just do as much damage as possible. But that's the B site. Mostly lost. Probably going to be waiting for a full retake from the squad.
Now it looks
4
like they're gonna.
marksmen all going to be coming outside of that double door. Molly's out towards heaven. There's 2 smokes left on the board for the Espada. They can really isolate that door. One hand goes
Oh,
to the window, is able to get taken out by Chris. Jiggling with the op on window. He wants to find someone, if anyone can give a shoulder, but no, it's Dova able to take out Learn. RZK hiding in a smoke. Trying to be the smoke criminal this round. Trying to pull it back for them. Mordek takes out Chris. And now with the bomb getting defused, RZK takes him out. And
ah,
if they have kits, they do.
they do.
And that's going to be a round for the marksman. It's 8 on the board with
Very
2 surviving.
close, but just a man up in that retake, and maybe that's why they don't go B. But a pretty good effort. I think maybe one more positive trade, and they definitely have that round. But a
Yeah, and
good
I think
retake.
it
B
was
is
a
really
little
hard
bit
to
of a
retake.
bonus too, because they had a couple Mac 10s going into it, so
No.
not bad at all. Marksmen doing their signature move, taking care of Long right away.
Yeah, and they will have long. Oh,
RSG, what a
RSG with a
crazy
one tap.
one tap running on Adova there.
See.
Mordax very close to Molly, ends up in a weird
Oh,
position. RSG confused by it, taken out by Mordak, but Chris with the trade. And one hand
traded
with the
instantly
trade,
back.
but gets another kill towards while he's pushing Long. And now that's only 2 members of the Espada remaining.
Yeah, a 3v2 situation. And even with that nice opening, even that trade,
Bombs.
unfortunately, they just don't have.
Yeah, the bomb was in an awkward position and trying to recover it. The
Oh, and
last 2 members of the
Hasty.
Espada go down, and now
Oh,
that's
where?
9.
I thought he might get a free backstab kill, but Hasty knew. And it's 11-9. It's very close. 2 rounds separates them. And this looks like a pistol buy. I think they could have probably afforded to force here, try to get a bomb down, but it looks like they want to fight long.
Learn going really fast outside Long, but one hand able to take out the first kill. Down with his, it goes M4, but RSG able to get 2 off the
And
2 initial picks from the marksman, but it's low HP for the Espada.
even trades though, in a 3v3, they can choose to continue to fight them, but still a chance they can go back. Devo with the trade on one of the low HP players, and now it becomes a little harder for them to win without really being able to retrieve those rifles. They're still on deagles. Looks like a run
The
boost.
run boost is coming out,
Oh,
trying to be wild, but Yuno's too quick. But RZK used his teammate as the perfect shark bait and is able to take out Yuno. Now RZK in a 1v2 has to find these remaining players. Dova's hiding, probably spotting an elevator. Does eventually take out RZK, but a good pistol buy. Only 2 remaining for the
yeah,
marksman.
they get 3 kills. They get the op out of Yuno's hands, even though they'll be able to recover that. But a nice shot, a nice run boost. You love to see it.
I think he just used them. I think he used his teammate as a
Yeah,
fake
just like
flash, dude.
a big human decoy just coming at you. And
I
hit a
mean,
nice shot, but
it's,
also
it's worth it on a save, you know?
gets instantly killed right after. So
It's cheaper than a flashbang.
true. Your teammates are free.
Pava's going to be boosted in long doors. They've pushed long a couple times, so this might work out, and Dova's going to walk right into it. But a whip spray
Oh
by Pava, and he's going to
no!
pave the price, and now it's a 5-4 advantage for the marksman. And
Oh
Mordak able to
no!
take out RSG. Man, that is not the clip you want to see on stream.
That is so unfortunate, and I appreciate RJ getting that on stream. You just hate to see those kind of whiffs, but it happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's happening way too
As
many
does
times.
Whiffing a smoke. Oh no, RZK. And this is just a round they want to forget. Just some unfortunate, unlucky occurrences back to back. But this is still a doable round if they can get an opening pick here.
They don't have
Mordek's.
the bomb. It's a
Oh,
2v5.
but
This is
it
not
looks like
doable. No.
another run boost. That is denied. And unfortunately, I don't see Learn letting a 1v5 with 8 HP. That's a little bit too much to ask.
Yeah, and
And
that's
we have a tie game, Mr. Noodle.
yeah,
Let's
tie
go.
game and all five survive. So that's going to do wonders for their economy, especially after getting hurt on those ecos a little bit.
Yeah, and I see the Marksmen taking a lead here.
Alrighty, and now we're seeing finally a B play coming in once again. Chris running through that molly is cooking up a little bit. Hasty cooking up more swag, able to take out two. Support from but now they take out Hasty.
And they might be able to get a
Smoke
bomb
to a
plant here.
door. Yeah, it's very possible. Molly comes in, Nade comes in. Lots of utility being dumped.
Oh, but they
Takes
get
out
the
Paper
bomb.
with the bomb. He's down.
Oh,
RZK goes down, but they got the bomb down on a full save. What more could you ask for?
That was a pretty good spray by Hasty, and they get a bomb plant. So both teams kind of get something they wanted, which was the round win for Marksman and a little bit of economy for the Espada. It looks like RSG is going to get the op. Oh, they're going double up on T side. Let's see how this works for them. I wonder where they're going to go for the pick. Looks like RSG is going for long.
Oh,
And
gets
Chris
a
is
pick mid.
challenging mid. And they both don't get their picks.
And Learn gets taken out by he goes towards tunnel. But RZK eventually able to trade that out. And RSG able to get a pick towards long. It's these double ops doing a little bit of wonders. A little bit of magic to come back in this round for the Espada.
RSG finding one back. RZK picking up Chris's. And it looks like they're going to try to work the way out long. And the Marksman should be aware of this. I'm not sure. They should hear at least some of these shots that are happening along. I feel like Hasty should be making his way toward A. Hope that happens soon.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit of info. They see a smoke go down for the cross. That should be a sign to do a little bit of a rotation, a little bit of bending over back towards the A bomb site, but the spot are slowly creeping up. Crossing the car right now.
There's
In
a
the
lot of
elevator position is one hand. On the site is Mordak. Lots of damage traded back and forth. Mordak eventually does go down. The bomb's going to be planted in a safe position. But now it's all three players on the A bomb site, and we see a Molly coming in. Through the smoke, one hand able to get two picks now. Pava and Goost. Last time I saw him, he had a whip shot, and there it goes down to one hand, and that's gonna be a round again for the Marksman.
And I understand wanting to get off site. He had a molly in front of him, and that's just an unfortunate occurrence. That one hand was just sitting in CT, arms wide open. Please give me these frags. A gift from above.
They gave it to him.
And it looks like the spotter are struggling to find a way to get openings. D2 can be that way. Taking that opening pick.
That's another mid pick for and he's going into tunnels. He did the same move last round. And they give it to him. He's gonna get a third. No, but it's a no scope. But it's only one remaining.
The trades are very good. His team is playing around him, saying, hey, he's going aggressive. We're going to back him up. You might be able to trade him out.
RSG.
Kill all of this. RSG's been hitting some nice
He hit that one tap on Cat earlier, and he does that. He's just playing point and tap adventure right now.
He's not a sprayer, he's a tapper.
I guess so, but Dova.
Oh!
No, RSG says no to that op. And runs.
This might be RSG's round. He already has two nice shots. Why not two more?
Yeah, RSG with these incredible little one taps.
Mordak has his exit, but unfortunately, he's gonna be able to get a 1v1 wherever he goes.
Oh,
because they're not
barely
really
is able
together.
to miss that molly. If that contact with that made that noise, that would have been huge. But
yeah, if RSG can find this tunnel player, this could be a free bomb plant and potentially a round win.
Oh, that sound.
Oh, Okay, so he knows where one is, and he's searching.
Oh, was able to spot out one hand, and that's another kill. This 1v, I believe it was a 1v4 now and a
1v4.
1v1. Mordak coming in from mid. RSG has no idea where he's coming from. He's on 19 health. Can be tucked in the
And will
back of
Mordak
sight.
check?
Mordak is crossing over, looking exactly where he is, and
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he's wall hacking. Mordak is able to take out RSG, and that's a 14th round on the board for the Marksmen. They are streaking.
Marksmen are just, even in a round where, you know, they probably shouldn't have let Archie get those kills.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no.
Mordak
No.
still gets that last one, and he is eclipsed the 20 kill mark. He's filling himself. And this game,
I noticed
it,
Laren really fell off this half. He
uh,
had 19 kills at the half marker. He's only at 20 now.
yeah.
But
Oh,
RZK takes out Yuno, finally shutting down the mid-op shenanigans by Yuno. And that might be a little wake-up call that they
RCK
needed.
said, "I'm in the opera. Let me see. Let me give it. Let me see if Yuta is really that good with the op." Tries his hand at it, gets the best of them, and now they have their opening pick. And as we said with the Marksman T side, this is key to the round win. So let's see if that's true for the Espada.
Mordak does go down by Laren, though. Right on the boost position is Dova, trying to spot a little bit of heads here, but they're both crouching with
Oh,
the
and he
jumping
takes him.
dink on the Laren. What the heck is that, Dova? That's just incredible damage. They're able to deter them, and they're running away from Cat. They don't want to mess with
Oh,
the
but they gave
jumping
up B
mongoose.
site.
But
Oh,
B, Pava finally able to do something for his boys, and they're able to take B site. That's the bomb going to B. The last two players for the Marksman are an A, and that's a brilliant round by Pava to save it for the squad.
finds an opening, finds the right timing, and this round, honestly, if I was Dova in one hand, you really have to consider saving, especially now that it's just a 1v1. Oh!
RZK.
RZK with his third op kill of the round. From
I
the
think
almost the exact same position.
RZK just
Almost
didn't
as if
move.
he never left.
That is RZK's spot. He is like, "Don't you ever peek me again."
Yes.
But
RZK feeling
I'm putting $20 that Yuno's gonna go for
that
this
he's a
pick at mid
primary
right now.
now, and let's see. He's gonna go for it again. They might have
Oh,
info with that jump spot, but it looks like they're not gonna peek him. Instead, they're looking toward top mid. And they're smoked out.
lots of
Oh!
flash presence here, or lots of cat. Mordak takes out RSG. No one able to trade him out. Everyone's too distant from him, and that's gonna be a 5v4 advantage for the Marksman. Two more players getting aggressive on cat for the Marksman. Laren spotted ahead but wasn't able to grab it. RZK able to get a pick. RZK lighting it up with the op right now. Yuno's been capitalizing a lot, but it's been RZK the last two rounds.
Yeah, he's gotten the better of in these last couple rounds. And they do have another opening, which that might be the key here, even though Marksman actually got the actual first blood. Dova
And
is replaced with the op. He's holding mid. And I think this is going to be an A split with the bomb and Pavia going out long. Looks like Chris and Pavia learn and RCK toward Cat. Oh, and Pavia
over in the car, but Pava with another brilliant kill on the one hand. Pava gets a second kill on the bomb site. This is two big rounds for Pava in a row. And that's 4 remaining. And you have to assume it would be a save coming for the Marksman, but sure enough, we see Hasty coming towards Cat. He's gonna have presence with Lern, and Lern goes down. All three Espada players are remaining on the site here. Dova coming in from CT. It's really hard to retake from CT with an op as long as the Espada don't try to give anything to him. And he looks like he's deciding to save, and that's a full-on decision to save for the Marksman. Espada waking up these last couple rounds.
Yeah, and yeah, it just looks like Espada has made a few adjustments. And I think the Marksman can do so the same. This is a very even game. just as it was 10 to 14 or 11 to 14, it's now 13 to 14. And both teams look like they have a few guns on the CT side, but I don't think they're going to be able to fully buy. Looks like they're just going to buy a little bit around the saved weapons.
Yeah, an interesting little spread this round. For once, it's not everyone just jumbled up together. 4 members from the Marksmen started off on the A bomb site as per usual, but they're making their way back towards mid. Players from the Espada also making their way from lower tunnels to mid. But one hand being boosted up is the hinge smoke. The hinge smoke lands, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a couple golf claps in the chat. They finally made it work.
And this might be a late cat hit, depending on what information they get. It looks like this bottom want to make their way up cat and probably end up splitting B unless...
Ooh, Chris with a nice opening at middle. Dova with a nice little dink and initially able to take out Learn. Lots of players from the Marksman over at this mid presence. Bomb. All 4 players going up towards tunnels and a brilliant shot by Chris on the Hasty. Gonna be holding that ramp, but Mordak with the USP. Looking like my buddy Kirby. But now it's a 3v2. Espada should still win this round. The bomb's down.
They do have kits, but they just don't have the weaponry. An op and a P250 is not the best.
Oh, did Yuno lag out? Oh, no.
Oh, no, I think he's back.
I don't know, man.
Maybe he was typing something, you know?
Yeah, he's open up Steam chat, goes like, man, my teammates are doing bad right now. But that's going to be a 14th round on the board for the Espada, and it's actually been a very interesting how this game's been playing out. It's a very close scoreline, but each of these rounds, like, there's been very few close rounds, and it's been very streaked. Like, it's been a dominant, like, 5, 6, 7 rounds for each of them.
Yeah, and you know, Marksmen they got ecoed, they lost a few their opening duels, so it's looking to them to close at least this next round out, as they've been on 14 for the last 3 rounds. So
yeah, the Marksmen need to win.
It all comes down to this, so to speak.
Because their economy is not going to be good if they lose this. This needs to be around for the Marksmen.
Yeah, if they have any hope of taking this map.
Oh,
I wonder if RZK spotted that. I think he did. He seems very intent on his crosshair, wiggling it.
We're seeing both of them wiggling through the lens.
Let's see who cracks first. And Yuno's not even taking that.
He's in sniffing range. Yuno takes out RZK and he's gonna win that fight this round. But Chris capitalizes on the cap presence, and that's trades all around. But Chris on low HP.
Chris on low HP, and Yuno still patrolling mid with the op. And I wonder where they're gonna send the bomb here. Throwing a mid to B smoke, but and that. Oh, and he misses.
Counter-Strike's broken. What was that molly?
What was that molly? It still extinguishes. I was gonna say, does that still extinguish? Indeed, it does.
Yeah.
Learn gets a pick on Dova, and One loses a potential refrag opportunity, and this looks like it's all falling apart for the Marksman.
Yeah, this round was needed by the Marksman, but the Espada
Pavia in a great spot to kill the rotating players.
Pava takes out Yuno, but Hasty trades him back. Now in a 1v2, but very low HP for Hasty. He knows that they need this op going to this next round to have a chance.
And this just feels super bad, because they're going into this round with no money. Even with the save, if they do get to save this AWP, which it looks like they will, since Chris and Learn are both in their spots. But they're not going to have a lot of money going to the last round. I believe they're on 4-round loss.
Yeah, they should be on 4-round loss. So, I mean, they're going to be having max save, but It's a choice between utility and
But
guns for
yeah, you're either
everyone
gonna have
except
an
for the
M4 or
auger.
you're gonna have Hamas with util, and yeah, that sucks. But they still have the AWP, and maybe if they can capitalize on their opening, it can look different. But here we go in the last round.
I'd like to see go for a pick somewhere else because they're always expecting him to go mid.
They are
I feel like
expecting him to go mid,
I feel like
yes.
changing it up just to catch one person off guard, just to give yourself that 5v4 advantage, would be big. But seeing exactly
Yeah,
which side they go to, that's a tough guess.
but it looks like Yuna is not gonna take the opening duel towards suicide, rather looking top mid. And I believe RZK is looking long. And he has not seen anyone. So looks like a little bit of a slower round. Pushing and prodding, trying to get info.
Yeah, slow round coming from the Espada. They should know that the utility or guns are light from the marksman, so they're
Oh,
trying to just wait it out.
Curse gets tagged through the wall. And
If
then,
I were the spot, I would try to bait out as much utility as I can in the next couple minutes. But
oh,
Chris with a brilliant pick onto and that's the one off going down for them. Zova on the 5-7. I wonder if he's going to be trying to make his way over to mid to try to pick that up. But now we see three members from the
aggression.
Spada come towards long, and there's no one here.
Oh,
RSG gets taken out by the FAMAS. Good little support utility coming from the marksman,
they even
evening
it
out
out.
this round.
They need
But
to
the
get
long
this
push is
long
happening.
execute.
No one's on the bomb site, but there's someone in that CT
Oh,
smoke. There's a
there's a
gap in the
huge
CT
gap.
smoke, and RZK able to find Dova on the edge of the smoke. Lots of trades going back and forth, and now it's a 3v2. Make it a 3v1. Pava with another big round. He heard us talking smack. After that boost failure at long, he's really shown out for the spot of leading the charge in this double comeback for the boys. And Laren takes up the last kill, and that's a 16-14 map win for the Espada.
An exciting map. D2 is always good for exciting duels. And what a game for both teams. I think they both played really well. Just unfortunate toward the end, Marksmen didn't really have the answer for what the Espada were doing. So
And no,
oh,
they did not have the answer, but we are going to be going for a break right now. This next map
Just
will be Overpass. We'll
just
see you
before
guys in a
you do
few
that, T
minutes.
Noodle.
Oh, what?
Just before you do that, just wait. I'm gonna interrupt once again, just like I did on the B stream. First of all, to tell you guys that you're beautiful. Second of all, to tell you that the B stream also went to a 16-14 game on Vertigo instead. And stream was popping off, and also third that y'all are killing it. And big shout out to everybody in the chat right now. T Noodle Pecan, the best duo, hands down in CSC. And yeah, lead us out, T Noodle.
Alrighty, guys. We'll see you in a little bit on Overpass, where the Espada will be starting on the T side. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Overpass between the premier matchup between the Espada and the Marksmen. I'm joined with my good buddy, my old teammate Pecan and RJ on the observing sticks. The Kekai are going to be starting on the T side. This is their map pick. They did steal it away from the Marksmen last game, so it's going to be very interested. Pecan, what are you looking to see on this game?
I'm really looking to see the rotations on CT side. I think that's a huge thing because Overpass. I think it's very much CT sided because of the way you can rotate between the between the sites very quick, and specifically for the Espada, I'm looking for Chris and RZK to have that impact that I know they can have on this map. And again, once again, for the Marksman, you know what the op. This is a opper's playground. You know, there's a literal place on the map called playground, but it's especially for the AWP with the long lanes and long sight lines. And I want to see him have a pop-off game. But it looks
Yeah.
like pistol round is going to be just a long rush. 4 long, one coming up bathrooms late. And let's see how the CTs respond. They have a bathroom setup, so they might be able to have an interesting post plant, depending on where the Espada decide to plant the bomb. But I think this is going to be,
Realize
on the
something's up.
contact. Oh, he
Jump
sees
spots,
shit.
sees one guy over towards long, and now the utility is raining down from long. Two
it's
amazing taps from but RSG does eventually trade him out, but that should be a bomb plant with decent positioning for Bank. A little gush on Adova there, but the bomb does go down, albeit the bomb planter does eventually die. RSG trading back and forth, trying to get these picks, but learn the last remaining player. It's not planted for him. The smoke goes on the bomb, and the timers just keeps ticking and ticking away until the Marksmen do get the first round on the board.
And what an incredible opening from having a. I think that was a collateral. Maybe it was just two taps really
It
fast.
wasn't a collateral, but it was two very fast shots.
I'm just unlucky about how they were lined up, but
Hmm.
a really good response from the marksman. And let's see what the team's response looks like. A couple deagles, no armor across the board, and so this could be pretty difficult for them to convert.
Yeah, they got the bomb down so they could buy a little bit here. They're looking to buy next round fully. Hasty taking really good water control in the beginning of this game, where the Espada just have connector and a little bit back of B presence here. Hasty's gonna have a lot of information for noise being this close to connector. Seeing the Espada just creep up, try to jiggle these corners as they try to explore along, see if they can capitalize on one isolated player. It's a very slow round coming out for them. Oh, trying to see if they can catch a boost over here. They might be able to spot Hasty, but they're struggling a little bit with the boost and Hasty running away.
Oh, yeah, and his spidey senses are tingling. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He knows something might happen here.
Oh, he spots the door, and eventually they spot a start swinging out. And look at that, the bomb's going back. They're going to be running monster, and it's going to be a very fast B split. But no, Amali says no to short, and now the long guys are going to be isolated. Pava with the Glock, though. Dova with the Scout.
Oh,
Lots of trades going back and forth. RZK gets another Glock kill. RZK, another Glock kill.
a lot of Glock kills, and with no armor, just a couple of deagles. I think they got a little bit more than they should have. Thankfully, Marksmen win that round because we hate to see ecos. Right? It should be you have the money, you should be winning.
Yeah. You know what I would
But
like to see from the Marksman here? A Mag 7 going to connector.
a Mag 7 connector. Well, doesn't look like that's the case.
It's not going to happen,
But that
you
is
know I
quite.
love that. You know I love that gun.
That is quite hard to deal with sometimes.
Lots of water fights going on here. One hand took out Learn, but Pava traded him out. Good trade by the Espada. We've seen them being able to do very effective on their trades here. It's a 4v4. But the Marksman
and Hasty
with a great position for Hasty.
Oh!
Trying to trade him out, but Hasty's too fast and too furious. It's too many kills for him. And that's only 2 more remaining for the Espada. They do have the bomb, but they don't have the map control.
And I think they're going to try to have to look for a frag here, and they might find that toward connector.
Yeah, Mordak might get spotted out, and sure enough, it's his head disappearing down connector as
But
it
he's
rolls
going to get
down the
info
stairs.
on, I believe, both of them. I think he saw both. At least the bomb.
Oh,
and a team
RZK
kill.
with a double kill, including his teammate. But there's a 1v1 potentially here as one member's on B and one's way, way back towards long on A site. But RZK has to do some discovery
Will he
here.
expect the monster side? Doesn't look like it. And Hasty gets a key 3rd kill of the round. And he started that round off with just a CZ. He made that into an AK and a few frags. We love to see it. All right, that was Espada's first gun round. They couldn't really. I think they didn't really get to go where they wanted to. They wanted to take water control and then do something off of that, but because of that constant fighting in water, I think that kind of slowed down their tempo. But it looks like a rush through con is the call.
Yeah, but like you said, he picked up the op, and that's 2 quick op kills from himself. What a star opper he's been in Premier. Looking to see, sniffing around the corner, but a pop flash might be getting him, but no, it's going to be going around the bathrooms area. RZK in bathrooms. Chris with a nice dig.
Oh.
Gets a pick onto RZK. They're trying to find him out, but no, isn't able to connect the 4th shot. And that's going to be an op and an M4 picked up for the squad, but the bomb is all the way back towards the top of connector.
But they might not expect Learn to be so advanced. Oh, but there looks like they're repositioning because of the bomb. And this might actually give them time to reset and re-hit. It's a 2v3. Chris has armor, Learn doesn't, but he has the op, so this is a very doable round. And if Marksmen get a little antsy, they might give Learn a free kill here. It looks like it's going to end up being A from long and short. And this round is heavily on Dova, who has first contact.
Yeah, Dova's in a good spot, but he's still isolated. Like, if just a good shot comes from the team, and sure enough, it's Learn with a great shot on Adova, and that should be a free bomb plant for the Espada on this save round.
And now this comes down to if they can find good fights here. Chris is in a great spot on top of the truck.
Chris going for these peaks, both coming from Dumpster. Chris gets the first kill, and Learn with the op is able to capitalize on a save round. And look at the economy from the Marksmen. Only having 2 survive in each of the last 2 rounds has proved awful for them. And they're going to be...
And just as I said, a pistol round win. We hate to see it. Well, it happened just off of the one missed shot. And it wasn't even that bad of a miss from, it's just unfortunate. Nobody else there to help him or support him or trade. And that gives them the opportunity to pick up the guns, reset, re-hit. And now the tables are turned. Marksmen on the eco.
On the eco, but they do have that water control. This would be an unnecessary smoke push, so they are just waiting it out. I hope they're waiting it out.
One hand in a pretty good spot. I hate, but
the smoke's fading at the worst possible timing. They forgot to count their seconds on the smoke. Oh, but I mean, at least they got a trade out of that. It's a miracle that happened. But yeah, B hits eventually coming in. 1 player remaining on Toxic, jumping over with a brilliant shot on RSG. And now it's 3v2. Bomb going down on the B site. We see Mordak coming in from short. Heaven is a place for to play. Wrapping around back towards Monster is Mordak. We've seen these guns do some work. Mordak with a double kill, and with the USP as RZK was distracted and out of nowhere with no guns, no luck, and no love. The Marksmen get 4 kills, 4th round on the board.
You hate to see it, and a little bit of BM coming through from that Marksman. I'd be a little bit frustrated from the last map.
You have to BM after that. If you're not BMing after a round like that, you're doing it wrong.
Whoa, that is just really unfortunate. And we didn't get to see it, but Mordak with a key double kill with the AK on teammates. It looked like they weren't ready for a monster push there, and just got to shoot in RZK's distracted back.
Which is interesting because they mollied short. They absolutely should have been. I'm pretty sure Molly ticked on him short, but Learn is gonna possibly make connection with but he misses. A very uncharacteristic miss from A cycle through his utility. Molly goes down to connector, and now he's gonna go up to playground, like you said earlier. He's gonna be spotting for that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Chris and RZK that would be the first contact with him.
It's a high pressure spot in connector, but this could be very fruitful if they don't have the right utility to get him off this angle. RZK doesn't even seem to be aware of that just yet.
Some support from Mordak, though. They could both do something, and gets a first pick on RSG. Flash coming in from Still worried about that connector presence, but that pick is going to be huge. The Espada don't have another player coming connector, so.
And Chris is very wary about that smoke. He doesn't want to get timing.
He hears the scope. Chris with a really bad off angle for able to pick him out. And now it's 4v4, and that op's down on the ground.
Mordak's not able to get that trade, and not really good position to do so, but does have a good position to flank. But it looks like his flank is going to be too late, as the call is to go B. Hasty with 1. Oh, and he's pulling it at the most unfortunate time. And you're going to get a bomb plant here. Oh, Dova wins that fight against Chris. This is a 3v2 retake. Learner's on low HP. RZK with the op. Learner gets 1.
And now we're seeing the 2v2. Mordak makes it a 2v1. Kits
And
on
they
the board.
know he's toward Cat.
RZK spots one, but isn't able to
Oh.
get the kill. And Mordak making it a 5th round on the board for the boys.
And these rounds have been incredibly close, but Marksmen are coming out on top in these tight situations, which pretty much exactly what wasn't happening in D2. So maybe they're a little bit more comfortable on this map of Overpass. And again with the Yop, he's going to have a pretty decent spawn, it looks like.
Yeah, I'd anticipate him to go for some type of pick here. Looks like he might be hopping over to Playground to get that initial one.
But he's not going to see anybody. Instead,
Oh, a
it's
boost
fast
coming up
B.
from the Marksman. Dova able to take out RZK, who was wielding that MAC-10. But Pava's on site with it. But Hasty, utilizing the flash from one hand, able to finish him off. And now it's 5v3. Laren with a nice little pick on the
4v3.
Dova.
In a blink of an
Mordak
eye.
very close to this door here.
Oh, and
He
if
swings out here,
chooses
he
his
could
timing
catch them off guard.
If he gets the correct timing, this is going to be huge for Mordak, but as we've seen sometimes, that doesn't always work out.
And he didn't need to push it. It's a 4v3 advantage. He can just hold and let his teammates do the work on B. He's able to cut off the rotations. He knows he's there. He doesn't have to do much work anywhere else.
He's in a powerful position, and he just has to be patient. Looks like the execute's going to start coming in when this smoke fades.
Playing very close is one hand, though. As the smoke fades, he might get timinged here. With a good pick on the Laren, and sure enough, Chris able to take out one hand, being in that uncomfortable position. A nice pickup from Chris, but says no, it's his round, and it's 6 for the boys.
And that was a really close round from the Espada. Even though at a minute 20 it was a 4v3, they're still able to almost get their way on site, and it was a 1v1 in the end. Just unfortunate that is just already scoped up, waiting for Chris to come back into his crosshair. It looks like a fast toward A round.
Yeah, but is heavily here, ready for the peak, and RZK is gonna go down to He is just playing point and click adventures, and you are the NPCs. It's 10-3 on his
I hate being the
scoreline.
NPCs. Come on, where's my support?
And Mordak in this bathroom's trying to play off the shots of trying to play the support for him, but the smoke does go down.
Oh, and I wonder if Mordak knows that Lern has gotten past him.
Yeah, this could
and
be
more importantly,
interesting. They're pushing on opposite ends.
No. Walking past each other, and this
I
could
think
be really,
both teams are going to be surprised.
This could be really dangerous for Dova, who is alone on site, and he gets shot in the back, wondering what happened.
That's a frustrating round.
How did he get there?
That's why he pulled the demo. It's like
something is happening here, and this is Espada's best chance that they've had to win around in a while.
Yeah, but they're down by one person.
But they do have positions on site.
Spotting the boost.
Oh.
It's 3v3. Only one kid on the board for the Marksman. And that's 2 quick picks. Traded out by one hand. Lots of HP damage done to Pava. Taps the bomb. Pava's going to have to peek again. He does go out. It's not planted for RSG. And one hand with one incredible play. That's another round for the Marksmen. They are just lighting up a spark show on the Espada right now.
And all these close rounds, back and forth, they go. It's the Marksmen coming up back on top. And even though gets shot in the back, and the Espada has sight, and they have great positions, unfortunately, in the last few seconds of that retake, they fall apart. And this is another gun round though. Espada got the bomb plant. They're able to buy. It's T side. Money's flowing. And let's see what the decision is. Looks like it's a fast toward, or it looks like a fast default. They're just trying to get 4 positions. And nobody's really taking a fight quite yet. This might change with Pavia walking out of Monster. One hand has a one-way. I'm a
He
little bit
does have a
nervous.
one-way indeed, but it's just such a spread
Oh, they're so
positioning.
close.
Pava in one hand, they're just in sniffing range of each other. Anything could be happening, but Hasty is the support of one hand. But they could get timing off of these peaks here. But
Oh.
Pava with an initial pick,
Ooh.
able to get the kill, but traded out by Hasty. Hasty in a very long angle with the MP9. But they do breeze the round. Now it's a 4v4. Light utility, though, on the Marksman. Also, no utility for the Espada. So it's just going to be kills. And taking out the
Picking up.
lurk on RSG. And now it's just going to be contact play for the boys at B. Another pick coming in for the Marksman.
Oh.
Trades all around. And now it's a 3v1. Now it's a 1v2. But now it's a 2v0. Marksmen have an 8th round and a dominant showing from their CT side so far.
Yeah, even though these rounds are literally a 1v1, 1v2, they're getting on site. They have bomb down. Look at how many diffuses. 1, 2, 3, 4 diffusal rounds. So many bomb plants. The money is still okay, but unfortunately, they're just not finding that one play, that one kill that will bring them over the line for a lot of these rounds. And these are costly rounds for the Marksman. If you notice, only Hasty really has money in the bank, and he's gonna probably spend at least $2,000 of that into utility. Mordak also has 1850, but these are not rich marksmen. So one round, if they can find an opening, can break their bank here. And let's see if they can do that with Deagles. It's a lot of utility. 5 Deagles, 5 armors. Let's see. It looks like the call's toward long.
Yeah,
They
it's
could then
very fast play.
try to avoid some of the monster aggression that they've been fighting.
Yeah, the Marksmen are playing a heavily angled towards A long
Oh!
here. But lots of damage by RZK with his Deagle onto Dova, but that's just going to be a sign to retreat. Mordek gets a pick over towards bathrooms, is going to peek towards long, able to spot one player towards Rock, is not able to take him down. And now Mordak in a very isolated and lonely position. He knows there's some people towards bathrooms. He knows there's someone towards long. So he's just trying to wait, see if he can get any picks here.
He
But
gets a
now,
supporting flash, and he's
supporting him
out.
out. Hasty picks up from connector over towards the playground. And now it's 3 on the board. This is a round where you'd want to see Mordak or the Marksman chill out and make sure that no one dies and stabilizes their economy here.
And the Espada has to be feeling pressured here, both in this round, but also in this game where they're not really finding those openings. That's a nice shot from Pavia that might pave the way. Oh, RCK gets another.
RZK, what?
Deagle's running out, but Dova shuts that down with a kill to RZK, and Bobby has the bomb. It's 20 seconds and a dream. He might be able to find an isolated 1v1 fight here at the truck, and he does. Kills one hen, which means bomb plant is possible.
Oh, Pava.
Especially if he gets this kill. 10 seconds.
Can't connect. He needs to die here. It's a save round, and that's 9 on the board for the Marksman. But, I mean, that was a 5v2.
Another costly round, and we've seen round after round. They're just unfortunately not able to get that. There's still time. A 9-6 half is not that bad. Pretty even. But
I mean, fortunate for the Marksman for continuously being able to win that, but they just keep spending money that they don't need to spend.
Yeah.
It was a 5v2 on a save round. There should have been no one else dying.
One hand being on M4, he has the MP9.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And Overpass being the map it is extremely CT-sided, as you said. But the economy being like this, they could win this round, force them to save, and then just string together a couple to end this half. But the Espada needs to prove so that they can.
Oh, and a triple pick and a
with
con.
a good pick on the Learn over towards Monster.
Oh,
with an incredible twisty twist and kill over towards Connector. And he doesn't realize this. It's a leg damage.
But not the kill.
Oh, misses a crucial shot, but recovers.
Oh.
On very low HP. But no, the Marksmen do capitalize.
Time to save, and that, again, a really close round 3 alive this time against that buy, but it seems like the Espada are running out of ideas of what to do, how to get the opening, and I think they should just try a B rush. You know, sometimes speed is the way to rattle your opponents, run at them.
They need to be going B here, and that's sure enough, that's what they're doing. A very fast B play, but Hasty takes out the first, which is RSG. But Chris
Gets
trades him
traded.
out. And look at that. More damage done. Chris on low HP. How is he still alive? Pava
Create
makes him.
chaos.
It's incredible. The bomb's
Oh.
down. Lairn takes out Dova, and now it's a 4v2 advantage, albeit low HP, 0 HP now for Pava and Lairn. Chris on 3, RZK on 100, but Mordak on 20 himself. And now it's very dicey.
Oh.
RZK able to finish off Mordak, in a 1v2 with an op, trying to get that flick, trying to do something incredible, but he's blind. But eventually taken out by RZK, and the Espada double their rounds.
I don't want to
2
say
on
I
the board.
called it, but I did call it. Sometimes you just gotta punch him in the mouth, Will Smith style. Say, get my bomb site out your fucking mouth, you know? And that's what they did there. I really like a fast pace change. I hope we see more.
And look at the
And
buy
look at
from
the
the
money.
Marksmen.
Exactly. This could be easily a 10-5 map.
And the
10-5
Marksmen
half,
are
I
on
should
A
say.
site once again. Is this Dust 2?
They love A, you know.
Oh.
But yeah, this looks like a round for the Espada. The Marksmen are nowhere close. RZK gets hasty. He's filling up on these ecos.
See, I mean, I know it's a save round, but I don't get why they're not playing angles that they can trade off of each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a save round. I think they're just trying to go for kills, but
But I mean,
that
we've
is
seen this in the gun rounds too, which is why those 5v2s have turned into 2v2s, and
sure.
why their economy was so bad.
I agree. Yeah, I think overall, this semifinal has seen a lot of individual plays, not as much team play, and to some extent that is what we expect at this level. We would not like to see it, since it's Premier, but that happens in Counter Strike. It's a little disappointing, but here's the gun round, and I think for the Marksmen, if they really want to guarantee an easy map 3, this is the round that they slam the door shut and they say, hey, that was funny. You slapped me on stage. You rushed B, but it goes no further. So
it goes no further, but it might go a little further on B. Trades back and forth at the monster once again. Another fast B play. Oh, but sure enough, one hand making his team have a 4v3 advantage.
yes, and a great adjustment from their last B rush. There's a lot less chaos. And yes, they might get the bomb down. Oh, the bomb doesn't go down. He says no.
Oh no, Learn in a 1v3. He knows Yuno's on that op somewhere, but trying to find one of the remaining players.
And this is the issue with losing so many of those close rounds. Even if Learn does economical damage, that's not what they need with 2 rounds left. They need round wins. And he's going to have to buckle down extremely hard to win this 1v3, and it's not happening. Yuno says, I want a map 3. So I want to see Inferno. I think that's what he's telling his team. Hey guys, we were fucking around on D2.
On Inferno with
Just
the
jokes.
op. Sheesh, man.
D2 is just for fun and games. Let's close this out. 11-3. Zonix lost still on the table, but we'll see how that works out. Looks like they're going back to A.
Mordak once again in this bathroom position where Yuno's holding that barrel towards long. Trying to see what he can find here. No utility. They just flashed for the bathroom, but a great jump up by Chris, able to get 2 on the board, and somehow the Espada on the last round of this half have a 3v2 advantage.
3v2 advantage, and they're very split. Wherever they go, presumably they're only gonna fight one of them. They don't know that, but We do. Smile. RZK is looking at that hole in the door. And so is Dova. Looks like the call is to go back toward A. I'm not sure. They look like they're milling around. Unsure. Unsure is the call.
They just look uncomfortable right now. I mean, I know they were able to squeak out the win on Dust, but right now they're looking very uncomfortable on this.
Yeah, and One-Ha's going to have to come up with a kill here at the truck
Well,
position. The
missed
molly
Molly.
misses, and he's going to be able to stand there for a few more seconds, but he does get found out by RZK, and it's a 1v3. It looks like Zonic's Law. The most dangerous score in Counter-Strike is going to come to fruition unless Dova has a 1v3 in the back of his pocket.
Does he? Dova? No. So 0v3 now as the Marksmen fall on that round, and the Espada get a 4th on the board. 11-4 half. This was the Espada's map pick, so I really do hope they have a brilliant CT side in their back pocket here.
Yeah. This is, I think the Martians look a lot more cohesive. They're doing a lot more team plays. They're playing around, especially more they're playing around when he was trapped in connector. That happened at least 2 or 3 times. For the most part, they're there to back him up or at least trade him. And I like what I've been seeing, but it's a new half. And like I said in the pregame, I think this is the map where RZK and Chris have a lot more freedom to do whatever they want. And I would expect them to be very active in rotating around the map. And on this pistol round, it looks like a very slow default.
Slow
Not a
default for
rush.
Chris in these bathrooms. Spots a couple heads there. Not able to connect, but he's going to fall off and play the range. Play it as far back as possible. RZK a little bit isolated in this bathrooms, but Chris wraps back around, pushes long just to give him a little bit of support in case there's anyone.
Ooh.
And he does take out Mordak, which could prove huge in this round.
And they have long, but it looks like they're giving up front bathroom area.
The A hit is coming into town, but Laren gets a nice little pick through the edge of the smoke. But one hand with the P250 takes out RSG, but takes out Laren, and RZK trades out one hand, and that's the bomb on the ground. Playing at this truck a little bit away is from that bomb. And now 1v3, just trying to hope one of these players do peek him, but why would they? The bomb's down, there's no reason to peek.
And I don't think they know exactly where he is, which might get him an advantage for this opening duel, but it's still 1v3. He gets the first, they know where he is, the bomb's in the open.
It's 1v2 though. Spots one, spots the second. That's so much information for him. He does decide to plant it behind the truck, and now he can take these angles, see if he can isolate these players. That smoke could be huge.
Oh.
But Chris with a crispy shot once again. It's going to be a 5th round on the board for the Espada.
And that's the first step in the comeback train. Though the Marksmen do get a bomb plant, which means they have enough money to buy. Force back. But will they? We'll see. It looks like Yuno's buying an AK. He says, hey, I want a 3rd map. Guys, let's get this. And what will the call be? I'm not sure playing a slow default for pistol is the best idea. I think generally grouping up together, trading is better on this map because of how open it is. But it looks like they have a much stronger idea of what they want to do, at least before people throw util at their faces.
Never mind, they're going back towards T. They saw that util coming to B, and they're like, maybe not. But that was a lot of early utility by the Espada on the 2nd round, so they're not going to have a lot left for the remainder of this round.
Well, as I always say, util is for people that can't aim. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in this game, using util.
I didn't know util, and I couldn't aim.
You make that as you will. With that information, it's going back to a slow default. It looks like has made his way all the way up into bathrooms, and he's gonna try to kill this jump spotting player. Take a duel.
See, that's information that it was a force buy. That AK bursting up there, but RZK takes out Dova,
And
and
Hasty.
Hasty. But has the bomb trailing behind him. They might not be ready for this A push here. Only 2 members on this A site. Chris is completely behind. Mordak
Oh.
takes out RSG. Chris by himself at the truck, able to take out
No.
Lots of damage to one hand, and Lairn is able to finish off that kill. Now it's a 1v3. Mordak in a great forward position, and they are not aware of this. They have no idea, but never mind. RZK
RZK
heard us in the back of his
had
ear, and
a
now it's
sixth sense, turns, says, I smell something over here in bank.
Yeah, he said it smelled like Mordak, and sure enough,
And sure
it
enough, there's
was.
Mordak. It's just an unfortunate, they weren't ready for the second player on site. And even though Chris and the person he was dueling had a little bit of a whiff battle, it all ends well for the Espada. They're able to quell that force buy.
The weird little buy with pistols and armor coming out from the Marksmen here. Getting a lot of pressed up presence on this short on B site. Dova behind the sandbags, trying to bait out some utility. Dova with a great pick on the Pava. RZK gets a little damage, but Hasty does eventually go down to him. Now it's a 4v4. A little bit of jump spots coming in here. Lairn trying to spray through there. We'll get a little bit of damage, and Lairn taking out Mordak through that wood paneling.
Does find him.
Unfortunate for him. RZK off that flashbang from Lairn, able to get 2 kills. And now it's one man alone. Little damage onto him.
Already looking for him by spraying that smoke.
Letting the smoke
See if he
fade.
can get,
Capitalizes on the one shot. I know he goes down immediately, but on a save round like that, when it's a 1v4,
gotta feel a little bit
you want
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a nice shot. It always, the deagle is very satisfying. Unfortunately, I'm always on the wrong end of it.
It's satisfying when you know how to use it. Yeah.
The Marksmen are, well, they haven't won a round in this half. It's 3 rounds to the Espada. Let's see if they can do something on their T side.
The boost from the Espada, able to take out Hasty. It's brilliant what these guys are able to bring into these rounds. I know it's a simple boost, but sometimes the simple things just work. And it's a 5v4 start to this round. And now it's slowing down. A little bit of presence in the top of A here. But they're just trying to look for picks.
And I think Hasty needs to ask probably one of his teammates to come with him to get that trade. Probably for more util. And, that boosted player probably doesn't get any of those kills if he's blinded. And if he has a teammate, he definitely should get that trade, or at least exchange of damage. Unfortunately, he goes in.
Chris misses the op shot towards long, takes a little bit of damage, throws a flash to get the support, but nothing comes of it. Smoke comes up towards bank. Chris is still in good position, but misses another shot. Those could be crucial. And now RZK in a weird position, but great pop flash from Lairn. Another round of good pop flash for him, and RZK gets a 3rd. And an incredible round, incredible team play coming by the Espada, and that's 8 on the board. And this round differential's coming in sniffing range of each other.
And that's the team play that I think was lacking all of their T side. Lairn setting up for flashes. He says, RZK, look, you kill them. I got you. They're gonna be blind.
And that's all it takes. You can't kill someone when you're blind.
Yeah, and it looks like a B rush.
And now we see a B rush over here.
That punch to the mouth.
Oh, but no.
Oh.
The Espada are absolutely ready for it. And multiple kills coming on the board, but actually, it's 3 kills on the board for the Marksman. And now it's in a 1v2. And you know that this is very possible for a player of his caliber.
Yes, Chris, RZK are going to have to play this out together. Might be able to catch a timing on RZK, but he's already aware of this potential reposition. Oh, but he's just not ready to win the duel. And, is really able to go wherever he wants. He has a minute left.
Full util armor.
Full utility. Chris is stuck with the AWP, and it looks like Yuno's just going to come back.
just watching, but the timing
Timing
gets a
could
little bit
be
off of it.
good, as it looks like Chris is looking towards
Oh,
CT.
that's a brave plant. Oh,
Oh,
Chris
he
gets
spots
spotted
him.
out. Very low HP for both of these players. Reload coming in from Yuno, but a nade might dunk the player,
and
and
it
Yuno,
does.
with a brilliant play on the save round, is able to get another round, a 12th round for the Marksmen.
And I think the Marksmen really needed that. I think some of their momentum from last half was getting a bit lost with the 4 rounds in a row. But they end up winning, and now it's still a bye from the Espada. But they're gonna have they're gonna have an SMG and a FAMAS, which is not ideal.
And this is a round they need to win. It's 12-8. They'd be on a save if they can't capitalize here.
Dova missing his smoke, but
See, that's another CSGO thing, because it popped, man. It made the
it
noise.
popped. It made the noise like it's extinguishing, but no, it's
No,
actually not.
this
Sorry, you're
game's
still burning.
broken.
Oh, and he
Dova
almost
with the
catches the timing.
trying to get the timing peak, but
Oh,
RZK
RZK
able to
from
pick one from
connector.
connector.
And he loves his
RZK with
position.
another connector play. He's just been brilliant. 21 frags for the game so far. He hears them stomping like Jumanji elephants. Mollied out as RZK. They hear the ticks. They know he's here. But the smoke. See, it works for him. I think the smokes are Espada sided.
And maybe a little bit biased. You know, the engine, Counter-Strike engine's a little old, but yeah, just a great individual play from RCK, getting the kill out of connector to clear the cat, staying alive, being a threat,
Yeah,
and
the Espada are
Marksmen are
giving up
forced.
this A site though.
They're really forced to plant here. This should be a relatively easy retake, 5v3.
They got to do it together, but Yuno has some forward position, but unable to capitalize and misses his spray. And Chris and RZK
Oh,
get 2 kills, and now Hasty with 1, 2, and not a
oh,
third. That's 3 surviving for the Spada, which is what they need to help their economy a little bit, and that's a 9th for them.
yeah. And maybe if gets that opening kill, he's able to take back control, but unfortunate, a little bit of a whiff.
Yeah, Yuno was in a really good off angle. It was just the weird enough off angle and the perfect timing that it would have actually done something, but I guess he was due after that incredible clutch that he had to have a little whiff like that. But it's still gonna be a buy. Yuno with an op.
Yeah, they get the bomb plant, so they're able to buy, but without a lot of utility. This is going to be a bare knuckle brawl. No supporting necessary. RZK is again in connector.
Has no fear for his back right now.
He's
why are
clearing
you
it
checking
out.
why are you checking your corners, RZK? You already had your back turned. But
And
sure enough, a fast A presence coming for the Marksman. A full blind Chris is there. Gets eventually taken down. Pava with a nice pick does get traded down. Now it's a 3v4 retake for the Espada.
RZK's
But
flanks are going to have to be important here. If they
yeah,
can get catch a timing and get a good kill.
but so many players
Oh, but
alive, they are able to afford to look behind them.
and now it's up to Learn RSG coming from bank and jump up. They don't really have a lot of
Yeah, this needs to be
positioning
a save, honestly.
and
Lair
not a
and
lot of
Pava are in
time.
2K,
Yeah.
and they need those guns into this next round.
So Marksmen find another, and this is right after they had lost. So with a limited util, they find a way.
Yeah,
And
RZK was in
13 to
good
9.
position in connector, but the Marksman just being able to run up a site with that pop flash onto Chris was just able to just allow them to waltz through that round
Yeah, and it
without
looks like
really
they're
getting their
forcing.
hands
Looks
dirty.
like the Espada are forcing here. If the Marksmen find the right battles, this could be a 14th round. Espada are kind of up against it with a few rounds to go, but they still have a fighting chance.
They have a fighting chance. They need to hope that they can get these opening picks somewhere, but they're in the wrong spots of the map to do so. A little bit of connector presence. They know RZK's been playing this a lot. The fact that they're not going to spot him here is going to be a lot of information, a big tell for them.
He's not here. Where did he go?
He's not here. It's a save, boys. It's a save.
And they're just waiting. It looks like it's probably going to be another slow default. Looks like Mordak's getting the bomb, and then he's probably going to tell us where it's eventually going to come in toward A.
Dova spotted him,
Dova
but
spotted
unable to finish the kill. It's 40 HP for RZK, and
RZK's just standing in the smoke.
Timing. What is going to happen?
Oh.
But Marksman is able to save his boy, and now Yuno gets a kill on the Chris. And now,
Even if we were to get that kill, he was going to get sandwiched.
it was unlikely to do anything.
I don't see a universe where he gets out of that.
And now Pava will not see Universe again as his life has expired.
I think RG and Learn need to save again, and that's just unfortunate. That round they just weren't able to really take good duels. Marksman just kind of waited for them, slowly took map control, slowly choked them away, and I think maybe Espada, if they were going to force into that round, they needed to have maybe a plan of what map control they wanted to go for, maybe a water play or something like that. Hasty's going to find Learn, and they're going to find Archie as well, so no saving allowed. 14-9.
Man, their economy
and their money is in the dumpster. It sucks. But even though I say it sucks, I have a smile on my face because you know what that means, Teneedle. Another map, potentially.
It's a lot closer to Inferno.
Another map potentially, and
it's
I
been
love
two
Counter-Strike,
good games. It's been two great games, great teams. A little bit of wonky team play, but it's gonna be a fun pug on Inferno.
Even if they're losing, I'm winning. So, and that's all I care about, you know.
STC till we die, but STC can die this round, right? We want this last map, and Yuno gets a pick onto RZK and Dova, Hasty, both adding to the damage that is Espada.
And this round is just going to be rough, as it's a full save, a few bot pistols, but now it's down to Learn's P250, a 1v5.
Learn with a great
pick. And if you were able to get that second one, he still would not have won the round, I don't think. But it would have been better for the spirits of Espada. But this is the round that matters. This is a full buy round. They're not going to be able to get an AWP here, but this is a round where I think Espada should go for some map control, whether that's in connector, whether that's water, whether that's even fighting fountain. I think that's the way they could push back the marks and make them a little bit more nervous, because I think waiting around has cost them the last few rounds. It's worked in the past, but I don't know if it can work for 6 rounds straight. And I think making them feel a little bit nervous, getting them a little bit off of their game, is going to be key for their potential comeback victory.
Yeah, and this is going to be, I mean, depending on what the Marksmen do this round, even if they lose this round and bring it down to maybe 2 or 1 player left, economy is not good for the Espada. So it's going to be a very uphill battle for them.
But if they could win a clean round here, you know that.
Oh, if they win it clean, that's changing. Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the Marksmen are just going to be able to buy for a while.
Absolutely.
Looks like Dova's looking for that HE. Oh, I believe that was intended for sandbag boost.
That's a noodle nade right there.
Unfortunately, did a little jump and skip. Wanhan playing with a door, and he must know that they've given up water control, so I think he's just trying to find information on that. Oh, and this is dangerous for Hasty. Oh, but he's gonna spot Chris. Oh no!
Couple of whiff sprays, and that's 3 kills immediately for the Marksman. And now it's a 1v4. Liren trying to make it work. It's now a 1v3. He needs to win this round to save this map, but it's going to be very unlikely. A smoke, a flash, no kit, and the bomb is already down, and he has to find all 3 players. he's walking. He's not going to have time to find all three players. It's just a very unfortunate situation to be in.
Yeah, at some point he's gonna have to run, and he is not going to be able to run past And that will do it for this map. We're going to map 3, Inferno. The map,
Map,
uh,
map
the
3
best third
Inferno.
map I think we could look at. I hope it's a banger, and I think we'll catch it after this break.
Yes, we will. See you guys in a bit. Welcome everybody back to the Premier Season 7 semifinals. We got the Marksmen going against the Espada in a 1-1 scoreline right now on map 3, which is Inferno. I'm T Noodle. I'm joined with my good buddy Pecan and RJ observing. How are you feeling about this final map of the night?
I'm excited. I love Inferno. I love a good best of 3 Inferno, and I hope this will be an extremely close game, maybe even overtime. Hopefully,
Oh.
I know. Maybe RJ doesn't want that. I know maybe you don't want that, and maybe I shouldn't want that because I have homework to do. But
Yeah, my eyeballs are melting out of my eyes right now. But hey,
I'm gonna ignore all that and say that's
anything
what I
for
want to
CS,
see.
right? Anything for CS. But I want to give you guys a little bit of a score update in Challenger. We just saw the Chemists take out the Samurai 2-0, and then the Mastiffs take out the Decoys 2-0. But anyway, back to Premier. The
Two
Marksmen are going to be
O's
starting
in
CT
Challenger.
side.
Who would have thought?
There's
And this looks
rarely
like
3 maps.
I think it's gonna be an apps pop. This looks like kind of. Oh, maybe it's a mid pop. Looks like
Oh,
it's a mid pop for
they're
me.
just rushing middle.
Yeah.
They're
And
going
that's gonna be
A.
rough because there's only one player on A, and he is all the way in the library, taking pot
Oh,
shots, but not dealing enough damage to
what
kill
can the
anyone.
Marksmen even do here? I mean, A's
And
a hard site to retake,
a
so
5v5 retake, you only see that in retake servers.
hey, those are fun. Let's see what happens. Now we're looking really speedy coming up. All 5 players are over towards pit and site, it looks like. So this will be very interesting. A lot of the shots bouncing back and forth between Moto and pit right now. A little bit of a gap smoke over there towards Moto. RCK Laren just trades flurry of frags coming across the board, but sure enough, it's the CT side really struggling on an A site retake in a 5v5, and it's the Espada getting the first
I
on the
wonder
board.
if that was an anti-strat. It just seems just odd for the only player for CT to be in the library position. But yeah, the marksmen end up winning that round. A 5v5 retake. Who would have thought?
The scoreboard is flipped. I was confused. No wonder they went A. Those Marksmen.
That's true. They do love their A side.
Oh, it's
And
the play.
unfortunately, it looks like the Espada are going to
Well, they love B.
stack B. So it's like
Oh man.
oil and water. They just don't mix.
Yeah,
Two ships passing the night.
they're playing 2 different maps right now. 2 different games of Wingman.
I think the marksmen are going to figure out that A is clear very soon, and I don't think this push is going to work out for the Espada. That's my educated guess.
Yeah, the bomb's going down.
But they might be able to get some guns off.
Yeah,
See what happens.
Dova's a little bit by himself on that arch side.
Yeah, I think he's stuck in right now. He's just jiggling. Oh,
Because
and
he's worried about CT, but
yeah.
so he's not moving, but he's spamming that
Oh,
smoke.
there's nobody
I'd
there.
be worried about someone flinging out a CT right there in a 5v5.
Man, it looks like a gentleman's agreement. It's been 5 Ts in one pot, 5 CTs in another. Is breaking this agreement. Oh, but he peeks into 4 and lifts the tail. He
But they
knows
need
where
to exit out
all of
towards
them are,
mid
but
and all.
he might
And
not
this
win.
gets killed. That's very unfortunate for them, though. It is only 1 man.
That
But it's 2-0.
I believe the damage that they did to him peeking mid is enough to get that kill. And overall, that's just 1 player lost. Sure, it was an AK and armor. That sucks. But I think they're going to be okay with that as it goes into the first gun round, and both teams have a pretty good amount of utility and guns coming into this.
Yeah, the first gun round indeed.
Oh, and the
Not a
Espada
lot
have
of utility on Banana, though.
Yeah, they've not chosen to contest Banana. They're really giving them free car control, and that they don't really have a lot of util to throw at them. It looks like specifically for the B players, but this comes a tense fight here in apps.
Oh,
RZK
RZK
gets it
with a great
first.
pickup on a Uno at first, and another
Oh,
kill followed up by Pava, who was the support of RZK, and now that's a 5v3 advantage for the Espada. It's a really good start on the first gun round of this game, but the bomb, it is trailing up Banana with a little bit of a lurk staying over at Mordak at top mid. He's creeping his way back towards bottom Banana. They're going to try to do a 3-man exec on a B. They have a little window of opportunity to make this 3v2 possible as RSG is floating in CT, but they need to act quickly.
yeah. And they're going to just have to win their duels straight up. There's not a whole lot of utility. Flashes, smoke, that's about it. No Molotov to help push out the Ts, or CTs rather.
Oh, great boost though. Chris able to take out 2. Hasty does take out Laren. A little bit of a jiggles, and Hasty with a second frag on the board. He's going to have enough spacing to get this bomb down, but as we see, Pava is going around Banana, so he's going to have to act quickly and try to isolate a few of these duels, but they're both going into construction. Hasty, can he get the
Oh, they
spray
line
in?
up.
No, Pava able to spray through the coffins, and that's going to be a round on the board for the Espada.
Yes, but with that bomb plant, that's going to allow the Marksmen to buy next round. And so, 2 living, they're going to be able to drop a few guns. They should have a good buy on the Espada, but I like to see them contest Banana a little bit. Looks like there's a lot of contest from the Marksman, but not really from the Espada. And it worked out for them because they got the trade in apps, but not every round are you going to be able to double apps like that without getting punished. So
Yeah, I was gonna be expecting them to go for a B rush, especially like seeing how they didn't contest Banana that last round, just
yeah,
to see what would happen. And they're not contesting it once again. But the Marksman didn't even go towards Banana, so they don't even know that that's a second round in a row of no utility on Banana.
and RZK is in a great position, boosted. They have a pretty good bracket hold here, but if they use the proper utility, they can isolate these fights. And let's see what happens.
Oh,
Oh, double molly, unfortunate. Because I think it looks like the Marksmen want to execute the bracket and try to take A, since they have most of their players here. And unfortunately, Espada have no information. Oh, RG.
lots of trades going over in the bracket area, and now it's a 3v1 on the A bomb site. The 2B
And
players are in a very rough position to rotate, and looks like
if
Chris
they can
might be
get
considering
Pavia,
saving, but no, he does eventually go there,
Pavia's,
just taking his sweet time. Bomb going down on the bomb site. And Apps, 2 members on the site, but Laren gets a pick on a Mordak. Mordak trades out Laren. Trading shots with Pava, but they're both missing here. Chris wants to find Mordak, able to connect with that headshot. Now they already know where Yuno's playing. A connected shot by Yuno on a Pava. Low HP is Chris, but the molly goes down, and the bomb is tucked all the way into the back of sight. Yuno's might not have enough time to get there. I don't think he does, and that is a nice defuse and a
oh,
crazy headshot done by Chris. No, that's terrible, and now that's another round on the board for the Espada.
that's just unfortunate. Even though with the low HP, Chris is able to clutch that round. And yeah, I think the Marksmen have the right read, good trades, but just at the end, they couldn't kill Pavia in the pit. He survived so long,
Yeah,
bombed
there's no
down,
reason to
able to get
not
a
go
kit,
for him there.
and they just didn't want to trade him, didn't want to fight him.
But
And now
now
they're
we're looking
forced.
into a save round for the Marksman. They finally did throw some utility at Banana, but this might be not be the round that you want to play close. You're playing against these Tech 9s, you're playing against these pistols. You want to play a little bit of a range, but they are in a possible area to jiggle off of each other. And sure enough, no, it's one hand with a little bit of a dink, and eventually finishes the kill by Chris. And now Laren in a very uncomfortable situation, but the bomb is creeping up on A, but 2
RZK
quick
gets
kills by
two,
RZK.
but Yuno is able to trade that, and now Arch is open, and this is a potential B pinch, but instead he's going to
I
bolster
like
that
that the
hit on
bomb's
B,
going B, but unfortunately the Spot are kind of reading into this.
and they don't have a lot of util. RG, when he turns around, hopefully he turns around, will be able to spot the running into the bomb site. It looks like he's taking more passive. Mordek's just looking
Oh,
for a
they
pick.
might have timing as Mordek is or RSG is tucking into Khan, but he swings out, is able to help out his team by taking out Mordek.
Oh,
but one hand with
one hand.
another Tech 9 kill, but RSG fights back, and now it's a 1v2, but the bomb is in such an awkward position for him, and now RSG only has to wait for Pava to come back and support. There's nothing One Hand can do to get that bomb without getting spotted. There's 17 seconds left. One Hand has no idea where Pava's at. And sure enough, eventually does spawn him, but he cooks and dies eventually to Pava. And that's a third round on the board for the Espada. It was a save round, only 2 survived, but it was still a good way to clutch it up at the end.
But that was a save. And it was very close. 1v2 in the end. And
Yeah.
Marksmen now has a full buy. Yuno has the AWP. RZK has only one Molly and a FAMAS. So this could be a key turning point round, at least in the early game. If the Marksman can find an opening, or if the Espada can kind of stabilize their economy, this is what this round means.
Yeah, the Marksmen are taking very high mid right now.
And
No presence at all.
It's very interesting. I asked our observer RJ, at some point I wanted to look at the utility damage, because this map is known for banana util exchanges, and both teams have just refused to throw util and banana, and it's making me a little bit sad.
We're not going to see triple digit
they
util.
love A, and
but bracket control is done out by the Marksman. One hand with an opening kill on RZK, but RSG
finding
with two kills.
One with a
through
molly.
the smoke and the molly.
Yeah,
Bomb down towards Porch. Pop flash is going around, but Yuno trying to make something happen with Op. He recollects it, but Pava just sitting patiently in that pit position. And once again, the Marksmen just do not want to fight pit right now. They're just allowing them so much time. But Pava takes out Mordak, and Pava just has to jiggle. He doesn't have to commit to these fights. His teammate on site can just clean them up if he just waits for them.
Again, he's playing his position correctly. All he has to do is just not die.
Absolutely.
Be a nuisance. And really has no choice but to extend and try to get a kill.
Oh, he's stuck though. There's no way he can save this gun. We got a member coming up middle. He might be possibly dying after time. I know that's what we would have communicated. Yuno gets that pick, and they're going to be waiting for him. They should be waiting for him. And that was very close.
That was after time, I believe.
He's on $100. Yeah.
Can't even. Actually, the only thing he can buy is a decoy. And that is so painful for especially the Opper.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he needed to, or in the future needs to be a bit more aggressive, either about dying with the op or full on saving, running.
Especially when their economy was in a situation where saving really wouldn't have done much, because the rest of his team had to save this next round anyway.
And that's just unfortunate, because I'm not even sure he will have enough money to have a rifle in the coming round. But they are setting it for apps pop, and this could be good. Unfortunately, they don't have the bomb, but who needs the bomb when you get the kills?
But I mean, are they going to clear pit this time?
Well, it looks like pit has come to them with Pavia on the rail.
And yeah, I mean, this once again, they're playing a little bit aggressive on these ecos. Pava's in a very interesting spot, especially as two players being so far off from the support. Pava with a nice opening pick. Oh, another one. Why are they not trading the Marksmen? That's 4 kills for Pava, and RSG does get the 5th.
It is just an eco, but that is very unfortunate to see.
Was just
they see Yuno run out and nobody else.
And no one else followed him.
That's painful to see, but
yeah,
looks like Yuno will be able to actually have an op. He's gonna drop looks like a Galil to Dova, so looks like their buy is a little bit hindered, but not as much.
We have a molly.
We have a molly, but it's from the T's, not the C's.
I think it was 2. I think there were 2. One from each side.
Maybe.
Big bucks here. Big bucks.
I'm unconvinced. I don't see them ticking. I don't see.
Oh, Mordak with a great pick over towards middle. That's finally a little bit of life shown for the Marksman.
Yeah, I mean, T-sec could be kind of impressive on this map. I don't want to be too harsh for T's. It's as often.
I mean, it's hard when there's a lot of utility, but the spot aren't using much.
Yeah, it looks like they're saving a lot of it just for the pushes they think will come just to burn time.
Yeah, their retakes have been solid. Their stalling has been solid, so they're playing it right in that regard.
And I honestly think the Marksmen should stick around here, but it looks like they feel a little bit nervous about that smoke. I
I
think they
want to
think
see
maybe
them
it's a stack
swing
toward B.
through the arch side, though. I mean, everyone knows the truck side is really hard to take with all the angles. They haven't
All
really
right,
pushed up arches a lot this game.
and they're just going back. Maybe yeah, maybe a couple smokes thrown toward A to keep the
Yeah,
CTs
yeah,
interested.
Mordak's going to be faking this.
But with 20 seconds left, I think it's going to be pretty apparent what the hit's going to be.
Yeah, but the positioning is really weird from the Espada. They might just be committing to a
Learn
full
gets
retake,
flashed
but
in and he
Liren with
gets
a
one.
great smoke kill onto Hasty. And now it's 4v4. Yuno with a lot of damage. Does eventually get
Oh,
taken out. The bomb is still able to go down. And now a 4v3, making a
and a
4v1.
1v.
Dova in a 1v3. Will he get it? A no scope, and now it's a 1v2.
And
Dova,
this
you
is
sick man. Are you going to be able to find a way to pull this off? You're so slippery getting through the construction. Are they going to be able to find you? The
they have a
smoke does
smoke
go down on the bomb. It's
and they're not
got tapped,
sticking.
but they're not looking for him. A
Oh,
great shot by Dova. A
oh,
1v1
it's a
now.
1v1.
It started out as a 1v4, but it's being stuck, and now the bomb
Oh
is getting
no.
defused. No, Dova, I'm sorry. And now
Oh,
you're dead, and it's a 6-2 game. A second ninja of
he
the game.
almost had that. It's just unfortunate they had a smoke and he barely missed Chris as he was jumping back into the smoke to defuse. And he, if he had a rifle there, maybe he's able to find him through the smoke.
Yeah, but if he didn't have that op, I don't know if he would have found that first 3
That's
kills.
that's also true. That's also a fair assessment. But
Oh, I thought the clip was happening.
I think in that round, it looks like the Marksmen are feeling a little bit confused. You saw a lot of running all the way up banana, all the way back down banana, and
Yeah,
then
there's
all the
no
way back
direction
up.
right now.
And I think
I
it's
don't think
clear.
there's anyone calling the timings. They're
Yeah,
they're just all
they
over.
need to be a little bit more coordinated about what they want to do and how they want to do it. And it was, I mean, a nice shot from Learn to get that kill, to disrupt.
Oh, and Mordak by himself. He gets baited by his teammates, but does eventually get the 1 kill.
Oh,
Oh my god, Hasty takes out Pava. He's mad at him for controlling Pit all these times, but RSG with a
shoot the
brilliant
op.
op play.
He's
But
gonna get
now
run down.
it's 4 people versus 2. Dova with an
Oh,
unnecessary but a winning peek towards
yeah,
Library.
that's gonna make sure Learn stays at B. Says I want no part of this. Please let me save. And that happens on Inferno. I think for this round, it's just really quick. I don't think it's kind of like that moment on overpass on the
Also,
Marksman
nice angle.
just kind of pushes. I think that was the same idea.
Oh, Liren's gonna get another. No, the timing! Oh, now Liren is caught between a rock and another rock. And another rock. Liren with an incredible shot on the Yuno. Another one on the Mordak, but not able to get the third. It's Marksmen with the 3rd round on the board, but made it very expensive was Liren. Man, I know that the Espada were dominating, but a round one like that is nice. Especially, I mean, it's a CT
But
sided map. It
is
could
it
be heavily.
replicatable? I don't know.
I don't
think
know.
I don't know.
How they're playing, I wouldn't think so.
But I do like the aggression. They definitely caught. But basically all those duels, everyone was surprised. They didn't, oh, just
RZK with an opening pick onto Yuno in the apartments.
as surprised as as there. uh, and they're finally taking more control of banana.
Yeah, but Dova gets a pick on the RZK. Pava has, or RSG has that support from Pava. That's 2 picks for the squad right there. Mordak gets caught into the crossfire. Now it's only 1 marksman left. Make that 0. 7v3. Pava making them pay the price from pit once again. Baiting them out for RSG to just clean them up.
And I think that it didn't really seem super clear about where they wanted to go on T side, but some nice shots. Just unfortunate at the end. The Espada's positioning and trading was a bit better for that round. And they had 2 hero Ks from One and a couple Deagles. Or Marduk has one as well. So it's just a force buy. Not a lot of utility. They might just try to brute force their way through banana. Gets a pick over the smoke.
2 big kills from 2 sides of the map and playing very close on the eco round. That's going to be the B site and the bomb going down for the marksman.
Yeah,
now we're looking at a 3v3 retake. Utility non-existent for the marksman.
But
a little bit of
do have a
utility
lot
for the
for
Espada.
Pavia. They can molly new, which they're doing now. They can smoke banana.
They mollied it, but didn't check it.
Oh.
But sure enough, does get the pick, and now it's a 2v2. Spotted over towards library. A little bit of nade damage on the pit. Spots his head. Pop goes the weasel. It doesn't happen. Eventually it does. Pava playing good these last 2 rounds. And RZK with a great pick.
Yeah,
Pava has been playing good this game.
He's been key in the positions he's playing. Very, very
Oh
key.
my god. I didn't realize how close that was.
It was close, but yeah, the meter at the top kind of tells us, gives us a little bit spoilers, so I wasn't too worried. But yeah, I think it's Pava's due some glory here. He has 10 kills.
He has 10 kills, and they've been impact kills.
Yes,
and even
very strong.
not getting
even
the
when
kills,
he's not getting kills, he's staying alive, doing his job,
yes.
and allowing his teammates to rotate and help bail him out of tough situations. But he still has to be alive for the situations, and he's doing a lot of that. And once again, it's just a slow default. He's looking for a fight right here on Moto. He might find it.
This Moto and Apps fight might be happening. Dova might get that engagement. And Dova takes out Pava. As we were saying, he survives, but now he's eliminated. RSG with a great op pick. Trade that. And once again, the marksmen get picked back and they slow down. They stall, and a little bit of timing is unfortunate for Mordak.
And he's lucky that RZK didn't keep pushing their RZKs in a 4 position. I don't think he's getting. He's not getting a lot.
There's going to be a dry peek here.
Oh,
it's happening. And RZK takes out Mordak.
And he might be able to get the info that they're not toward bracket, and that might prompt another rotation back toward B.
Sure enough, it is. Chris is here. Oh, Chris, a little bit of engagement, but no, it's 2 quick kills.
2 quick kills.
2v2. And
very
now,
has the up, and they're both taking back call. I love them playing together here. He has first contact. Even though one hand's low HP, it's good. This is an incredibly difficult angle to clear. He gets the first. He can clear banana. And I think they're going to know where RSG is coming from, or at the very least,
RSG is going to be saving here. Yeah,
he is not.
There's nothing
interested.
to do there.
A nice shot.
The economy is actually not perfect from the Espada.
I mean, that's how Inferno is. You need a lot of util, and when you're on the CT side, even if you're winning rounds, if you're not winning them cleanly, it's always costly.
Absolutely.
So there's still a chance for Marksmen to get. I think they would need another 2 rounds. If they get those 2 rounds, I think we're gonna see a very close game. So they're gonna take a timeout here to discuss things. I think overall they've done a really good job. RSG and Pavia has been playing extremely well.
They've been playing off each other so good. They've been a dynamic duo on the A-bomb site.
And we hope to see that continue as it comes into. It looks like they're gonna force around this, or one gun around this. and this could be a break round here, considering the Espada's economy.
A roundwood here would be amazing for the marksman because that would almost guarantee the following.
Yes,
But that op is huge.
that off for
Archie's been great with it. We know how the op works on this map. It can
oh,
absolutely shut sides of the map down.
and I think they wanted to play close and cheese a kill with half wall, but Learn takes a bunch of utility damage without being able to fire back or do anything.
And Chris does too. They're both super duper low here.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna boost up Chris. He's been in this position before, so they might expect it when they come on. If they decide to come B with this hit, but I think
Oh,
the bigger
Dova with a
issue,
nice little shot on RZK on the A-bomb site. And that's going to be very tough to split your resources between both sites. A B hit here could be easy. It could be simple. It could be huge. But they're
yeah, no,
playing it slow. They're waiting for these picks because they know the Espada need to do something.
yeah, there's still 56 seconds left. They have a good spot if they want to execute on either site. And Dova has been key in these last two rounds, getting opening picks from the apps position, being a menace. And it looks like it's gonna be just a straight up B execute.
Yeah, B execute is coming in, and now they're just playing it very slowly.
Yeah, and it looks they're giving enough time for RC to actually rotate in. He's gonna get
Yeah,
smoked off, but
Hasty takes out Chris.
uh,
A
he
nice little
gets one through
shot
the
through the
smoke.
smoke is RSG, but this should just be a sign to save. There's nothing they can do. There's enough utility to keep them out of this for the remainder of
Yeah.
the game. But Dova gets out RSG, and that was the op that they needed to save.
Oh,
That is
and
punishing.
yeah, Pavia is really in no position to go for it, and I think this is actually a good time. I'd like to see early round they weren't using util, but maybe if RJ we can look at their utility damage as we watch Pavia try to save. So yeah, RC has
That's
160, even though he's one of their A players. I believe
that's
it's RC,
not a lot of utility for
Chris,
Inferno
and
right there.
yeah, I believe Chris and I think it's Learn
It's Chris and
RC.
Learn on B.
Yeah, and they have a combined 90 or 87. Sorry, it's almost 90, which is not that great for a map like Inferno. But I think RSG has more from being a rotator and retaking. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
he's throwing a lot of retake and stall utility, and so now being on another save round, the marksman. I mean, you said you wanted them to get 2 more rounds.
yeah,
They got the 5th. They have a very good chance of getting a 6 here, and even the next round, the economy
oh, but
wouldn't be
a
good
mid
either.
rush.
And it's a mid rush. Mordak with a great spray,
Oh,
2 quick headshots, but
oh,
Laren with a double. And now Dova in one hand trading it back,
but
and now it's
Pavi
only a
is the one with the
1v3.
rifle. So
Ava does have the rifle though.
he is in the best position to get this, and he can catch Dova, but the bomb is already gone. Off to B again.
It's gone. He has no kid. I'd imagine he would just.
I think he might
You
try
go
to.
for it. You do go for
Yeah,
it.
he's definitely gonna try,
No, I lied.
but maybe not. Overly. He finds another something to save, which is an op. And yeah, that was a dangerous round, but that gets them to 6. And now, if they get 7, that's huge for their CT side, but it would also really be important for Espada to kind of stop the bleeding. They got to 8 pretty fast, and they
Yeah.
have not really been able to get anything in the past couple rounds. A few
Yeah, I
openings
mean,
from
it was 8-2.
yeah,
So the fact that it's 8-6 now,
it's
they've
a
really
pretty
just been
big comeback.
shoving it in the face. And then if the marksmen are able to finish this last round, that's going to be so much confidence leading into the quote easier half of this game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's really just RSG who's been popping off for the Espada. He's at 17 kills,
Yeah, it's been RSG
and
fragging out, but and Pava just working off each
Pava
other
just holding on to Pit for dear life.
because RSG's been getting those kills because of Pava's surviving. But now it's the last little gun round of the half. Not a lot of utility though for the Espada. Chris on a little boosted up position on these sandbags. But no real presence towards Banana, but they're not sure of that just yet. counter utility coming up from RZK as he migrates over towards the rest of the bomb site. A great
Oh,
pick on Adova's face. He takes an op shell right in the nose. And now the bracket control does come out,
and that's a huge
but they
pick
might stall.
to take Dova, who's been getting a lot of these opening picks the last couple rounds. RZK says, you know what? I'm tired of that. Grabs an
Chris, though,
AWP.
another pick on a banana, and that's
Oh,
going to be huge info. That's the lurk that they just spotted.
oh,
RZK with a second kill. It's a 5v2 advantage. Finally, the spot able to plug the bleeding, and that's a flawless round from them. 9-6. They're going to take the lead into the second half of the map. Pecan, are you ready for a
I
close game?
I have been waiting for a close Inferno game, and it looks like they're giving us to us. You know, if our streak can continue to bring, you know, this 18-8 half that he's had into the T side, we're gonna see hopefully a banger second half.
It does look like it's going to be an absolute banger. I'm very interested to see what the Espada are going to be doing on their T side. Albeit, I will say the fact that they didn't use a lot of utility on the CT does leave me a little bit worried for what their plan is going into T. But it's
Yeah,
Inferno. We've
it
all
is
played this
Inferno.
map millions of times.
Maybe the
Anything
Marksmen
can happen.
also don't like throwing util on CT side, so
Oh, no util came out this round. Hasty with a great opening pick on Banana. He's just running down there and slapping Chris upside the head. And now, I made the same joke you did, Pecan. Hasty still in a great
oh,
position. Spotted
yeah,
RSG.
and if he can get out,
Oh,
oh, but he can't.
unfortunately misses his shots and Learn able to take him out long range with the Glock. RZK getting a little position.
Oh, and that's forced a rotation from the Marksman.
Oh, Dova and RZK getting in a little position. Dova in a very bad
Oh,
position and
and
does
that's the
get taken
kit.
out. This is a split coming up, but there's a little bit of stall coming in from the Espada. They should not be stalling here.
They
They
should
should
not be stalling,
absolutely
but
be
I
rushing.
think they needed to get the bomb. And the problem
Mm,
is the kit's actually in CT, so this is
mm.
all in Mordak to get
And
kills.
marksmen are slow to rotate, and
Ah,
Mordak unable to do anything there.
getting
And now
swarmed.
it's a 2v4. In one hand, the 1 and the 0 need to make it work. Clearing his angles, clearing his corns, doesn't see anyone at coffins, doesn't see anyone at dark. They're all just playing passive spots. A little bit of the member of the Espada, and now sees new box. There's just jiggles. They don't know what to fight.
Oh,
Everything goes, and Laren takes out the head of and now it's a 0v4 as the Espada take a 10-6 lead.
yeah, it's a 10-6 lead, but it is a pistol round. It's a little bit of element of RNG, and I fully expect the Marksman to still have a fighting chance in this half. I don't think they're gonna win this round, considering what was bought, just a single PT50 and one HE.
That HG's about to do some work. 200 damage guaranteed.
It does actually do
Actually,
some work.
60 or 30 something done to Chris.
30,
Not
yeah.
bad.
So not 37 to Chris's face. He's gonna fill that out tomorrow, but still in a good spot to win this round. I fully expect a Espada to take an 11-6 lead unless some shenanigans happen here. It doesn't.
Yeah, but this
It does.
app's
Yeah.
presence by the Espada is definitely interesting as the marksmen do look to play very close with these pistols. Chris gets a pick on the Mordak, having to reload his RZK, and
Oh.
Hasty takes him out quite hastily. And now he's pushing through the apartments. Might get in Pava's rear and definitely does find some penetration there. And now it's a 3v3. It shouldn't have been this way, but it's the situation there. And now
And the
the
bomb is
bomb
going
by
alone into
himself
CT.
is doing the double
This could be
banana
extremely
split.
dangerous depending on the timing here, but it looks like it's okay.
Yeah, but
I don't think they
they
know
don't
that.
spot Nova. Hasty gets a little damaged, but does get taken down by Laren, and that was the Galil. And then,
Oh,
ah,
so
unfortunately, Dova
low.
not able to finish that off, but has an AK to save. A brilliant round from them off only what, a P250 and HE? They take two guys down and have an AK to bring.
Yeah, he's most likely going to have enough to drop that, and maybe one of his teammates has enough to buy him an up. I think that's what Yuna is looking for in this save, and 11-6,
It's
not
possible
the
for Hasty to drop an op because he did get the 2 kills here.
yeah, not the worst outcome for this eco round. They dropped a lot of the rifles, a lot of armor.
Yeah, Hasty would have to have a glass drop, though. I don't know if they're willing to do that or if they just want to just go with the utility.
Yeah, they might just go the utility
And
here.
that's what they're planning on doing. But Mordak's going to be on an MP9, opting for full utility. I think the Marksman might be doing what we were craving and might be dropping some much needed utility on this map.
Yes.
And we do see 3 go towards banana, so I would assume that's what they're going to be doing, taking heavy B and banana control.
Take banana. Let's go.
Oh, just cooking up some swag, and it's a 1v1 trade coming up for both sides on the banana.
Yeah,
And
it's just
now,
unfortunate he was whiffing a little bit and standing in the molly. So
yeah,
he gets the kill though, and it's not great for CT side to be in a 4v4, but
yeah, it's not great. It stalls your rotations, so you absolutely need your anchors to do what they need to do, which is anchor. You can't lose a sight. There's no support that's going to be having when you're in a 4v4. And the
just
Espada
util
playing
trade.
this smart. They're just playing very slow. Look at the utility that's left over from the Marksman. It's just a couple flashes and a smoke.
And it looks like they want to get bracket control, which they do have full control. Let's see if they push.
Oh, they still have
Into
a
the
member in
site.
pit. They have library and aggressive banana control. Chris with a
Oh,
brilliant shot that might be what they need. But making it work with 2, make it
oh,
3. You know what it is. Making
no.
damage happen. Learn trying to come
Oh,
back, but with a 4K. And now that's the Marksman. Klon back with the 7th round on the board.
and they get the AWP from the Espada. Don't have to even invest in that one. That's a big economy swing. We're gonna see the Espada forced onto a pistol buy. And this might be a pistol rush. They buy a lot of armor, a few pieces of util.
I would
So
love
this
to
might be
see a
straight
rush from
toward
them.
B. And are they ready?
Oh, it's the util. Not enough, though. Dova does get traded out after his initial kill, and that's a lot of damage.
Oh,
And all of a sudden, this B site is
is
bleeding. It's 4v3 on a B site retake when one of the members, is on an op. That's going to be hard to retake with, though there is no utility to really stop this from happening. Nade's dark. No one's home. A good little Molotov there, though, at the perfect timing. But it's going to be a 3-man construction. But Chris gets 2 and Learn just double trades back and forth, in a 1v2. It's planted grill, though. And the 2 remaining players from the Espada are towards banana. He flashes, he sticks, and he is getting shot. 12 rounds for the Espada. What a save round.
yeah, and that's just unfortunate. The big players there. Yes, they throw the utility, but they need to be ready for that insta B rush, and are unable to really trade positively there, which they really need to do against the Tech 9s. Though it is kind of difficult sometimes. Running Tech 9, sometimes it's easier to use than a rifle,
Dude, I love the Tech 9. Why aim when you can just click and run,
Exactly.
But now we see more aggressive plays coming out from the Marksmen, more aggressive utility. They did full buy in it. We see an XM, we see M4, we see MP9. And very close is the engagement here. 1v1 trades once again, and the damage done goes to the 5.7 and the MP9.
Yeah, and they're up a man, but now that creates an urgency by the Espada to go toward A, and really
Oh,
it's gonna be
might
all
have
down
perfect
to Yuna's
timing. I
push.
think he heard all 3 of them there. Swing by and
Oh,
Hasty and
hasty.
But now it's a 1v3. Does not have to take this fight here. They should be going all
But it
together.
looks like he
Might
will.
get baited in, but just better. It's 12-8 now. The Marksman making it work.
Yeah, and they won the pistol. They won a B rush. But other than that, I don't think they really had too much success in the gun versus gun rounds. So again, they're on a pistol round, but this time they don't have as much armor, and they can't afford to take a lot of util damage. I don't think they're gonna go B. Maybe toward
Look,
mid.
yeah, he's looking to get these picks, but he does realize it's a save, so he is going to be playing a little bit further back here. Liren lurking on the edge of this smoke. But no, gets a little bit faded out by that molly. Because Counter-Strike works for them sometimes. It works for the Espada, right?
Sometimes the Valve favors you a little bit more. Gaben's blessing.
Absolutely. RZK taken out by Dova.
Oh,
With
and
a
is this
nice little
nade?
nade.
Oof,
A little
it's gonna
bit, a
chunk
little.
RSG. He's not gonna like that
He's not gonna
for
like
sure.
it. On one hand, going for this jump spot, Learn is just hearing him do the jumping jacks.
Yeah, and actually he should probably be calling for his teammates. Maybe a rotate here. This
Yeah,
guy's
but
just jumping. Maybe
Hasty
we can
just
kill
took
him.
out Hava over on the A site.
And it looks like that's what's gonna happen. Chris is going to.
Oh, Learn
Oh, but
got
he
the
gets to try on the
timing.
corner. Oh!
Unable to open it up one hand with the one kill. Now 12-8.
And RSG is just wasn't close enough to trade that. It's just
Yeah,
unfortunate.
and now Chris is taking some damage on A. It's just a
He's
weird round. They're all dying on different parts of the map at
oh
different times. Their spacing of their kills are just all over the place.
a weird round, but a clean one from the Marksmen. That's gonna allow them to build up the economy and maybe give them a buffer as they try to come back into this game, as it is still as they still trail 12-9.
They do still trail, but but
They have the yeah, but they
they're
are in the
forcing
favored
them into
side.
a save again, so
Yeah, and really, the Spada really haven't been able to make a lot of opening duels work their way on the gun rounds, which is a bit concerning.
yeah, but lots of damage done to Dova on that opening. Brought down to 8 HP, but Chris is cooking right now.
And so is Pavia. Oh no.
Oh no. Actually, not as much damage as I initially thought. Both only down to 52. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. Mordak on a good sandbags position. Has a little bit of
Oh,
support, but no. Laren's just
clean
able to get that
flash.
one dig, and his team has abandoned him. Now they're just backing up, trying to play and save the site.
But look how
But
much damage
Dova,
they've taken, even with these, even that successful entry, and they are up 5-4. It's
yeah,
not,
Dova's able to get that pick.
yeah, it's not just simple as, man, I'm a man, let's just go fight somewhere, because a lot of them don't have armor and are bleeding.
And with a bad miss over towards mid, a nice little jiggle there, but that's a shot we definitely expect to hit.
It costs him some HP, but not his life, which is
Yeah,
important, as he can still spot
I see a
this
lot
potential
coming
rat.
towards arches, though.
There's gonna have to be a dry
Little
peek.
jump spot. Gets the first. I can imagine he would get the second. And sure enough, he does. Looking for the third, but RZK with a little drive-by trade. And that's the bomb pressing over into CT. Him and Dova in very different parts of CT right now.
Well, with
But
10 seconds,
RZK,
he's gonna have to come to
unfortunately,
A.
Learn not able to take out Hasty. And Hasty just gets both of them to end the round. And that's 10 on the board for the Marksmen.
Yeah, and this is where the CT side can be a little bit oppressive. If you can't find the right openings, you're gonna trying to claw your way through. And yeah, even that round where they had an opening, they had 5v4, they're still taking a lot of damage, and weren't able to actually finish that round. Unfortunately, didn't have the util, didn't have the weaponry. But it's a new
See
round.
another 3B play going for the Marksmen. They've been doing it a lot this half, and it's been working. They've been killing it on the CT side.
Yeah, they haven't really gotten punished either. Like the two A players have been able to keep mostly safe.
Yeah, they've been
And
playing safe, and Espada really haven't been trying to bait out picks here.
but this could change. Looks like the bomb is gonna go toward A. But unfortunately for The Espada, the Marksmen have already made their rotations. They have 3 strong on A. In the and Pit with an op.
Does
Flash
turn away
op.
from the flash right in time. He gets the first pick, gets blind, but is able to stay alive.
He gets blind, has to turn, but is able to recover.
Yeah,
And
now RSG
oh
exposing
no.
his back to Dova. Dova gets that pick, and now it's 5v3. The Marksmen are cooking and doing some beautiful work on this counter-terrorist side. The Espada just lost, dazed, confused, everything, just waiting in apartments, waiting in lower mid, just probably talking and seeing what's going wrong. And right now, it's everything.
And I think one of the bigger issues, unlike D2, unlike Overpass, these rounds are not that close considering there's 5 up at 5 seconds. They're hunting. Even if they go down here, it's not going to be that bad for them. They can rebuy that, and it's more valuable if even one on going aggressive there. If he gets a lucky kill through the smoke there instead of the other way around, that's more valuable to get the T's guns out of their hands, especially when they're trying to save. But
Absolutely. They can afford that. They can afford that hunt. They have money to
yeah,
afford anything they want for days.
and this is going to be a forced by our. She's stuck on a Deagle, Pavi on a Galil,
Yeah,
and they do have an AWP, but they're gonna
T-side
have to
saves are
find.
always so weird.
Yeah, they're really struggling to find that opening, and I think they might have to do a B rush. Like I said, sometimes that saying "psych up, lat, rush B," sometimes there's a little element of truth.
Yeah, you got to change the pace somehow, even if you lose, just to
Yeah,
let them know that it's possible that we're gonna do it. But right now they're not letting them know that they can go B.
yeah. RZK takes almost all of his HPs down to red, just trying to find an opening, but they're just not giving it to him. They don't feel pressured to do so.
Yeah, the spot are just playing and waiting for picks, but the marksmen haven't given them that at all this game. I don't know why they'd expect this round to be any different. They need to
Yeah,
try to use utility to isolate one member of the map, and either they just haven't thought of doing that.
or they're just not able to coordinate what needs to happen. It's difficult. They don't have a lot of utility yet left. They just used 2 smokes for this execute on A.
Utility raining onto A, but Hasty with a nice little pick and now baiting out the frags, but not getting traded out. Eventually, Dova does take him out, but RZK on very low HP. Pava took out Yuno. Dova took out Pava. And low HP, Dova gets another kill. Dova does
Oh,
wonders when he's on less than 10 health. But now in a 1v2 is Laren. He's stuck in this back corner. Over his one hand. Oh, to swing in the back corner. And it's Modak finishing him down, mowing him down. And now it's 12 rounds
and I
on the
was gonna
board for
say
the marksman.
that was a doable 1v2, but unfortunately, the rotations are there just so quickly. That hit was pretty telegraphed. The B players had plenty of time to make that decision to rotate, and by the time the bomb is going down, they're already running at him. Nowhere for him to go, nowhere for him to reposition, and that was not a fair 1v2.
Yeah, he was just
If you could
stuck. The
call a
time was
1v2
not on
fair.
his side. It was, yeah, like
Yeah,
he stood up. Even in a 1v1, it would have been tough.
but yeah, I think the spotter really. I think they need to group together, try to go somewhere with a little bit more pace, and just trust in each other to trade, make the proper play, and I think if they go fast together,
I want to see a
that's their
fast
best
A
bet.
hit
Yeah, a fast A
because they've
hit.
been stacking 3B 9 times out of
Exactly,
10.
and they haven't really gotten that read. I think that banana smoke has really denied them a lot of that information. But let's see what they decide to do here. This is their gun round.
And sure enough, it's this Spada struggling on this T side. Hopefully they switch up the pace and do something fast. Not sure if they're gonna get the message here, but they did take that double little time out there. It might be just what they need. We see Chris going all mid. The remaining players from the Espada all splitting up, and looks like they might actually be doing the fast mid. Maybe they were listening to us. Finally, it's happening. Exactly what we said. Only 2 players on the A bomb site. Pava spots the guy over towards Pit, and a little bit of damage goes on to Yuno. But Yuno making the incredible op shots that you know he can do. Hasty trades him out from Library. Now it's a 4v3 advantage for the Marksmen. Make that a 4v2. And RZK jumps through the smoke, gets a 4v1 now. Pava, and now a 4v0. It's 13 rounds on the board for the Marksmen. The Espada are not sure how to play T-side on this map.
And even with that pace, even though they went pretty much exactly where we wanted them to go, they're just not able to trade properly. I think maybe a little bit scared when the util to slow them down like a molly. Sometimes you have to just run through it or smoke it, or have the balls to say, "Hey."
The thing is,
Maybe
they had the reads that
just-
they knew 2 was A, but they
Yeah,
once again went truck instead of arches.
yeah. It's just unfortunate they're not making the right decisions. And we know that this team is a lot of good aim, a lot of good mechanics, but they just can't find the right read, and it must be frustrating. I hope when they took their time out, they have someone in their ears calming them down, saying, "Hey, yeah, we haven't gotten around, but that's gonna change. We just need to do this, trusting each other." That's the most important part. One of the reasons why I always enjoyed playing with you, Noodle, is you never gave up, even if we're getting smacked.
Hey man, someone's got to do that, right? But hey, the
Every
Espadas
team
still do
needs
have
one.
a Espadas
Yeah.
still do have a chance. It looks like they're going to be gearing up towards a waterfall. They're remaining on the last guy on the bus, and that's RZK.
Yes.
I
And this
like
could
this.
work.
This is good timing because one hand is isolated by himself, and
And
I
he
don't
might
even
just get
realize where
blind
he
from
was
this
picked
flash.
off.
Oh, yeah, he has
Oh,
to turn.
one
not
hand
gonna be able
tries
to-
smoking for the molly, but there's no
Oh.
molly there, and now he's
And
in a
he's-
weird position. Now it's a 4v3 advantage with a bomb should be going down on sight.
Yes,
Hasty, awkward over towards Moto, waiting
this is
for his team.
exactly the round I kind of want to see from them. Unfortunately, they're only able to do this on eco rounds, it seems, on a B rushes or an apps pop. But they're playing together, and this round really should be theirs.
Yeah, this round absolutely should be theirs. It's a 4v3 retake, but not a lot of armor on the side of the Espada. A good little set of crossfires, trades going back and forth, but ultimately it's Hasty trapped in the 1v3. Now it's a 1v2. Spots them out, but Chris with a crispy deagle once again, I have to say that. And finally, the Espada put a band-aid on this hole that they've just been bleeding out of. It's 13-13 on the board. And finally, a little bit of confidence being across. Just it was a needed round, needed confidence round. They're able to buy the op. It was a save round. AKs all across here, and we're starting to see the economy of the Marksmen dwindle down. Hasty has a lot left, but the rest of them do not.
Yeah, this is a huge round for both sides, for their economies. And this round, I won't say any single round decides a Counter-Strike match, but this is a huge one for both sides. Both for momentum, for economy, and for confidence coming down the stretch with only 3 rounds left in regulation. They're gonna smoke top mid or top car, try to deny that information, but they're already on a
Oh.
boost, and they should have that info that there's nobody in banana. And yeah, it looks like the Marksmen feel pretty comfortable. They are
Oh, that
actually now
nade's gonna be
taking banana.
big. No, it actually didn't connect. It looked like.
Oh,
But eventually, Chris does take out Mordak. And they're going to be completely committing to this B take. Utility starts raining in. Dova, the one man alone on the back of the bomb site. Will he make magic work? He takes out one. It's possible. He takes out a second. Dova being a wonderful anchor. And now he sets up his team for a 3v3 retake. We have 2 kits on the board. One smoke, 2 flashes. But the re-smoke comes into CT. I love seeing the T's wait on having that smoke. And now Learn at the top of dark. Sprays through the smoke. That gives one hand a little bit of information, but the timing is not on his side. RZK gets a pick from Pool. Learn gets a pick onto Coffins, and Learn with a second kill, teaching him how to use a Glock. It's 14 rounds on the board for the Espada. Convincing one at that.
yeah, and This is probably going to force them to pistol armor. It looks like. Looks like Hasty's dropping those, and so there's another key round. Marksman could still win this round, but it's going to be more difficult. It looks like
What are they doing? Oh.
yeah, I think he's trying to jungle that. I'm not really sure why. I think you just go
Does
for
he
the
want to
pick.
use both guns?
but-
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pava
Pavia.
though with a nice pick on that arch push. Chris takes out one hand on that boost. And now it's a 5v2 advantage off this save round. Espada should be coming to match point very shortly.
Ooh, Hasty finds one, but unable to find the second, and now this is the round that matters, obviously. If the Marksmen lose, it's game over for them, but they're gonna have a decent buy. They have a lot of pieces of utility on all their members, and it's just a matter of can they find the right openings.
Man, the Espada have looked really bad this T side, but these last two rounds they've come alive. It's been very convincing on these last two rounds. They look like a completely different team. And they just need to do that for one more round here, just to close it out. They have 4 towards banana. Looks like they're going to throw some utility over towards A. It looks like it's going to be edging towards a fake. And this would be perfect timing. It's finally playing 3 on A. This would be a brilliant read. But I don't know about that fake utility that came so early.
But they're
But
not moving.
They're not
so-
moving though. Yeah, like no one's reading, no one's calming on the side of Marksman right now.
It looks like finally, moved a little bit.
I don't know what's going on either side. They're both throwing utility and nothing's happening. No one's moving.
I think the Marksmen are trying to stay as composed as they can here.
Why is RZK and T? I'm so lost right now.
I think the final hit's coming to B, and there's a lot of pressure on
Yeah,
Mordak
the Marksmen
and
have not
Dova.
moved.
He does have a molly here, which appropriately timed could be huge.
Oh, that flash
And
and
it
that
is.
molly is incredible.
It's
and
gonna
that
burn a few more
nade.
seconds.
RSG taking very unnecessary damage, and so is Pava. And Dova does take out Trey's going down to both
But
sides.
They do have
Low
the sight.
HP. Very low HP for the Espada.
Very doable, but no util.
Oh, and that was the one player with full health. Yuno takes out Chris. And now Hasty and Yuno versus RSG and RZK. Yuno and RSG very close to each other at this op. RSG gets a nice flick on Hasty. And now it's RSG's chance to take out Yuno. Yuno on this 1v2 to save the season. Yuno with a great pick. It's a second one, and oh my god, what is that clutch
When his
from
team needs him the
Yuno?
most, he comes up with 2 huge shots with the AWP. He's got to feel good about that one, but the
Oh
job
my
is not finished. They still need
gosh.
one more round here.
They need one
take it
more,
to
and their
overtime.
economy's in the dumpster right now.
Hasty has an auto shotty. We love to see that.
Oh, that
But
was
what a
incredible.
huge round to force us to the last round of regulation. We might see overtime, as I asked in the beginning of this game. I think we might see it. I hope we do.
I hope we do, but the the weaponry coming out from the Marksman makes me a little bit scared. But hey, anything's happen as long as Yuno has the big green, right?
Yes, sir. It's gonna be another slope default. They take top car, and I think the Marksmen don't want to contest just yet.
Oh, RSG and Mordak very close to peeking each other.
Ooh, and Mordak's lucky, because I don't think he wins that one. An MP9 versus an
The
AWP.
bomb's still at T steps though. They're not for sure on what they want to commit. Bracket control is had by the Espada. Banana control is had by the Espada as well.
Yeah, they just need to choose where they want to go. And really, the Marksmen are at their mercy. But let's see what choices they make.
I'd like to see one of them stay on A just to keep the 3 guys there, just to throw a little bit of utility and then a 4v2 on B.
Yeah,
That's what I would love to have.
so it looks like Pavi is doing exactly that. And
But
the hit is gonna
they
come
need
in
to
with
hit it
35
strong.
seconds.
Mordak with the MP9. He's able to pick up the AK, and this could be huge. RSG blind. He jumps in a pit. Mordak's not committing to this kill. He does molly out pit, but Dova in the back of sight, able to
Oh, he
drop
gets
off.
two
It's top of orange. It's a 4v1 advantage
with 18
for the
seconds. There's
Marksmen, and we got overtime on
we have,
Inferno Pecan.
let's go.
Oh man,
Inferno
my
is a
neighbors are gonna
map.
be mad at me because it's getting hype in here.
Inferno is a map that will always give the viewers what they want. It's 15 to 15. Both teams have made, I think,
Oh,
incredible comebacks in not only this map but
both halves,
both
both
halves.
maps.
So
They
this
won each
entire
other's
series,
maps. This is incredible.
just
This is Counter
incredibly
Strike.
even game of Counter Striking. You can see, I'm sure the players are stressed at their computers, sweating. But this is where this is prime time. This is overtime.
Oh my god. Like we said, the Marksmen were absolutely dominating their CT side. Espada looked great on those 2 rounds they won, but then the Marksmen are able to finish it off. And now we're looking at the 3 rounds each on overtime. Very fast banana control coming for the Espada. But now they're freezing. Now they're stalling. Trying to smoke out Mordak in the CT.
Yeah, and
And
they changed the
now
pace
they're
up.
backing out. That was a good pace change.
Yeah, they forced a bunch of the util from the CTs out early. I believe Mordak only has a Molly smoke. Dova still has a smoke, but
We have 3
only
very
one.
close at top banana, but the bomb is towards the bottom of mid. I like what they're doing here. I kind of like what this change of pace is going.
Yeah, the RZK is in a really good spot to punish any sort of a peak. Oh,
Oh, a little
Mordak's
bit of
gonna have
damage,
heard
and they
that,
definitely heard that. Yeah.
so he knows. Hey, there's someone over here. Oh, and
Oh, the
the follow-up
nade. That's the
grenade.
utility we were asking for.
Yes,
You
and
know, with a great op pick over towards A truck side.
yeah, and I think this is gonna force the Espada back to B. He's gonna be able to clear.
That
I think he's
absolutely
gonna.
should, but they're not rotating.
They're not rotating, and
But
RC gets the
RSG takes
opening.
out Zova. This rotate is not happening. If they take out Mordak, they'll have the site, but Mordak is smoked out now. Probably going to try to spam to stop the plant. He's right there on the lineup, tracing him around
Oh, he has 5
on very low
HP.
HP. But now Lairn survives, and it's a 3v3. But
Oh,
now taken out by Yuno off a little bit of the clipping.
oh no.
Mordak takes out RZK through the edge of the smoke.
3v1.
And trapped in dark is Pava. Gets a
He gets
nice
first.
first pick. Pava jiggling, but no,
Ah,
Mordak shuts him down, and that's 16 on the board for the Marksman.
yeah, and they get control of the site, but unfortunately they're just not able to convert. And that was a great opening from RSG to get the bomb site secure, but unfortunately, for Espada, I think they had a pretty good read after shuts them down bracket. Like, all right, let's hit B. They get the opening pick, but sometimes the opening is not enough.
Sometimes it's not enough indeed, but look at the kill spread of both these teams. I know one hand's lagging a little bit behind, but the rest of the squad and the server is actually pretty relatively close here.
I mean, one hand is lagging behind a bit,
But
but
he's
he's
had so
also
much impact kills this game. I
yeah,
remember
and I don't
calling.
think unfortunately a lot of this has been toward B, especially the last few rounds, and I believe he's one of the A players, so he hasn't really been able to find that impact because he's just not seeing people. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it's usually the B players on Mirage that don't see people, but they're going A this game. I don't know what it is with Marksman this game. Dusty, they only went A, but
They like a specific site. They're big fans, big fans.
absolutely. But now we're seeing another default come out for the Espada. Little fast default came out last round, and now it's a little bit slower. But the Marksmen aren't going for any map control here. They're giving up brackets, and they're also going to be giving up banana.
And the nice thing about this is that they have a lot of utility, so we get to see these teams at their full strength. And unfortunately, again, the same kind of issues Espada has been having all game is finding that opening. And they've used a lot of their util very early. There's a minute left, and all they have is really our smoke,
Oh,
molly,
Yuno
and
misses a
flashes.
crucial shot off, and then RSG off that flash takes out Yuno. 5v4 advantage, but they're going back to B, and look at the rotation coming in from the Marksmen. It's going to be a 5v1 on that B bomb site. They need to move quickly. They need to swim as the player on the Marksman is now migrating back. It's Mordak coming in for the rotation.
Oh!
Catches one. That flashbang was helpful,
Oh.
but Pava does take him out. Still on the back of the bomb site is Dova, but he's on very low HP. Eventually traded, knocked down, and now Hasty in a 1v5. This should be a 16th round on the board for the Espada.
Yeah, and that was good utility use. You could see, had gotten just partially blind, and that was just enough for him to miss a shot.
Yeah, that was a great bit of utility. Some of the utility we were lacking on Dust 2, and now we're starting to see a lot of more utility at this half. Or at
Yeah, and
this
that was a
more
clean
recently.
round. Obviously, it's overtime, so the economy doesn't matter as much. But
Yeah, they're pulling out all the stops here. I mean, you know how CSC is. You play this is the one time you're gonna play with them. The odds of you all returning is very unlikely. All 5 of us retired after our season, so you wanna show out for your boys. This could be your last time to play together, and you don't want to make this the last game. You want to make it the championship. And once again, Banana Control is at the side of the Espada. They want to take this last round of this half here.
yeah, taking CT rounds is huge because this is how the map is favored CT. And let's see what kind of response is actually now on B. He's noticed, hey, the spot I keep coming B. Maybe I should go. And there's a couple exchanges of util, but not a final destination we know yet. You see the bomb seems like it's going a little bit more toward A, and maybe they just know, they hear the click of the scope, and they're like, you know what? Let's go to the other site. It might be a little bit easier over there.
Yeah, but there's still 3 on A. We know the Marksmen are very slow to rotate. They were playing 3B in the beginning of their CT side a lot, but recently they've been playing 3 and locking 3 on A the whole
Yeah,
round.
and it looks like a B fake thrown by Learn, but Marksmen are not
good
budging.
molly to space them out.
20
A
seconds
little
left.
stall at truck. This flash could be weird timing for Hasty. He does get taken out by Pava as he tries to reset, but one hand's over, one hand just lots of kills coming for them, and the Marksmen mark them up. And now that will be 17 on the board, as there's no way for Laird to find all 3 of them.
Yes.
And what a save. Let's spam that in the chat like Rocket League boys. It's 17 rounds for the Marksmen.
And that's just individuals stepping up in the right positions. Hasty gets taken out, but his teammate on site has a great crossfire. Espada with only 15 seconds left running into site really don't have. They're under pressure of finding the people and planting the bomb, and they're just unable to do that.
And what did you say about one hand? He just hasn't had a chance to get kills, and sure enough, he got 2 there in a very crucial round.
Exactly. He's not playing bad. His score might not look the best, but
yeah,
he just hasn't had all the opportunities because they're not giving it to him.
it's Counter-Strike. Every game's different. Every situation puts you in a different spot to get kills, and every chance his team has needed him, he's absolutely been there.
Yeah, and this is the first to 19 for the viewers.
RSG going for the opening pick on Banana. Follows that up with a molly just to stall. It looks like the Marksmen are getting a little bit antsy for a rush there. Now RSG falls back to CT.
Now they're throwing util.
Absolutely. And now it's all quiet. The key scoreline here, they need 19 rounds to win this overtime.
And Dova is back in his apartment spot on T side looking for a pick, but they're just not giving it to him. They have double pit side, RZK on Belk, Pavi in the pit. But I don't think they're gonna give them a fight just yet. Looks like a slow default that we've seen from both teams. I do think the Marksmen they like A little bit more than the Espada, but
Oh, waiting for this opening pick, waiting for that smoke to fade.
and he was close with that blind fire through the smoke. They have full bracket control here. 30 seconds
They're going
left,
back towards B.
and it
Dova might
looks.
be trying to issue a fake here. I'd prefer he make some noise here, and sure enough, he's going to do it. That Molly's going to stop
20
his lurk smoke.
seconds.
But
They're
look at the rotations. If the marksmen go fast, they can open it up at RSG with a
RSG drops
great
a
opening
bomb.
pick.
Oh no!
Oh no, that is
And Dova
crucial.
stopping the rotations. There's still a guy stuck on A with no chance to come and help his team for at least the next 20 seconds.
Absolutely.
They're
And
going to be
now
able
it's
to
a
delay.
3v4 retake with only 2 flashes and a nade. That's tough utility to be outnumbered on a retake. This could be an 18th round for the marksman. Gets a great pick on a learn, making it even harder. And now Chris is done. Now it's time for RZK to pull a rabbit out of his hat, but I don't think it's possible.
There's still a round to play for. It is first to 19, but this is going to be tough for this Espada. They gotta buckle down and win these last 2 rounds to force it to overtime number 2, or the marksman will walk away with a victory after a 3-map marathon.
And CSC, we don't see a lot of 3 full maps. It's usually 2-0s. It's always been that way. Last night we had a best of 3, or we had a full 3 map. Now we have a full 3 map on Inferno in overtime. This is just a very incredible showing from both these teams.
And their response, the spot is to buy double up.
Big opening pick and lots of damage done to Chris. And now almost a full rotation coming in for the Espada. Chris is just lurking between both sides, doesn't know which side to commit, just trying to play that rotation angle. But the marksmen are just using this number advantage to bait out as much utility as they can.
Yep. Play proper CS. Make sure you try to get as much information as you can.
Chris holding this angle with the op. He doesn't have to do anything. He needs to go big. And that's RSG going big on the A site, taking out Dova. And that could be a sign for them to rotate. And sure enough, the marksmen are sliding to the left all the way towards Banana. But there are 2 players remaining. It's Chris on the op, but he does look to CT. He just got the comm that CT is open, that they're had brackets control. Now
but
Banana.
It is a full hit toward Banana.
Full hit towards Banana, but they're going to be worrying about CT.
I think this hit's going to come before the smoke pops, and so Learn might get caught unaware.
And that smoke is going to cut off his teammate. He has to go to Coffins, and one hand takes out Learn. Another big frag from one hand, and now spools his smoke. What can Chris do here? He has to wait for his teammates. And once again, it's an outnumbered retake with only 3 flashes and a nade. Very similar to last round. They can just play it smart, play it safe. The bomb is down, and they're in great positions. 2 coming from Banana. Pava looking over towards the sandbags with a brilliant shot onto one hand. Incredible drop shot. And now Pava trying to get the second, but not enough damage. But now it's a 1v2 for RSG. And the man who saved the day is now the man to put the nail in the coffin. And the marksmen win the game 19-16. Congratulations.
And win the series. What an incredible semifinal from the marksmen. The Espada put up a amazing fight, but unfortunately just fall a little bit short here.
My God. Let's try to get a interview with here, because my goodness, if
or even Dova. I think Dova had an incredible
hold up. I'm looking at the wrong team who won Marksman. Yeah, let's pull someone here from Marksman. If who should we pull? You think Dova?
Whoever is willing to.
All right, let's see. I need to message some people. If someone out there in chat world can tell Dova to get his butt in here. I'm not one of the pros. There he is. Dova. Let's wait for this man, the myth, the legend. That was just such an incredible game. And my throat hurts. And my neighbors are mad at me. All right, Dova's on his way. Dova, how does it feel, my man?
I currently don't have feeling in like any of my limbs.
What an incredible game for you. I want to talk actually to you about that specific last map for you on T side. It seemed like you're getting a pick in apartments whenever you wanted to. Is that the way you felt? Were you very confident in the fights
Yeah,
that you're taking?
they didn't take apartment control ever, and so I was just abusing that until they like tried to take control back, and then when they did, I got a one tap, so that was just kind of unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was really happy with how I was playing on T side, and
Were you
lucky.
guys worried at all during? Well, after the first map for Dust 2,
Oh
you
yeah, no,
guys.
we were we were very worried. We had panic disorders after the first map.
Because I know I believe that was your pick for that map, correct?
I don't think I was involved in the vetoes.
Oh, you weren't involved
That
in
was your
these.
guys' pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was your pick.
it wasn't my specific pick, but yeah, we picked Dust 2, and then
I see, I see. You're not gonna take any blame for that.
yeah, no, that's not my responsibility.
uh,
He's like, who picks Dust? Come on, guys.
um, but yeah, I guess my next question was when it went to overtime. I imagine that was also a little bit stressful since you guys had to basically mount a comeback to even get to overtime. Or
Um,
what was the feeling in the team? Were you guys confident? Were you guys thinking, man,
so
we can win this?
it was stressful because it was one of those comebacks where every round was like down to the wire. Like there's a lot of rounds where we won with two people left or one person left.
Yeah.
And got that sick clutch. So
Dude, that was insane.
like even though we were stringing a bunch of rounds together, none of them felt solid. So like
Mhm.
I was feeling pretty confident going into overtime, but it was very stressful.
Yeah, speaking of stringing your rounds together, that's what I noticed actually about Overpass. It seemed like for the longest time, you guys were really only winning rounds with one or two players max,
Mm.
stringing like 4 or 5 rounds together. And I honestly felt like one different in any of that could have changed the outcome of the map. Is that how you guys felt?
Yeah, no, we were actually talking about this. Yuno was complaining because I think he was the one left alive in a lot of those rounds, and he kept being like, "Guys, come on, it can't be this close every round."
Well, I don't want to take all the question time away. So, Noodles, do you have
Oh no, I'm
any
good. You gotta
questions?
lead the questions. My voice is cooked after
Okay.
that one.
Oh yeah, that was 3 hours, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Well, I guess my
It was
last
a good
question
3 hours though.
will be, how do you feel um going into your next match? That was a marathon. You guys won. It was very close. Do you guys
Uh,
feel really confident going into the finals, or do you think, man,
and
it's
interesting, Nade Stack did beat Nebula today.
Pecan, confident is a relative term. No, I think we stand a pretty good chance. I'm feeling particularly confident because on T side of Overpass, I like completely tuned out of my normal like mental blocks that stop me from performing, and I had a massive spike in performance after that. So if I'm able to like keep that going and like step up to the plate, because some games I don't, I feel like we stand a pretty good chance of not choking any wins,
well,
closing it out.
that's great to hear. I I hope that was as exciting for the viewers as it was for us casting, and I'm sure it was for you playing a stressful 3 map, last map overtime series. But congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I hope you extend that to the rest of your teammates, and good luck in the final.
Thank you. Thanks for the cast, boys.
Yeah, of course. And everyone, thank you guys for watching the stream. We had a really good night. I'm T Noodle. I was joined with Pecan for all 3.5 hours, and RJ Source, who for just decided not to do her homework so she could observe for you guys. And it's just been a great night all around. But thanks everyone for showing up here, and we'll see you guys next week for the rest of the playoffs for all of our divisions. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.